All right, that should be working. Can you try say something? I think my speakers are still not picking up. This is really weird. I haven't changed anything since last stream. Yeah. Still nothing? On? They're not picking anything up. This is not ideal when we're supposed to be live. Ah, there.
It's working now.
It's working now.
Ah,
Holy
just in
moly.
time, just in time.
Wow. So the stream has had the
Perfect.
intense pleasure for the last 2 or 3 minutes of watching me sat here with my mouth wide open, trying to fix my Streamlabs settings that have changed themselves somehow since the last Nova Cup. But we got there in the end, and it looks like we've got audio from myself and audio from you as well. Hopefully the volume levels are okay. Please, people in chat, give us a shout if not.
Dude, do we actually share the same peak rating? Also, just joke.
No, we do exactly the same peak
Oh,
rating.
that's
We're both
actually
spot on.
some god game stuff.
78.77. Yeah. Also, everything else on the caster bios is completely true as well.
Oh, that's well. The thing is, I'm actually glad I'm casting this month with you because I think last month my Gatling gun win rate was like 23%.
How? The unit is so
Well,
good. Like, how have you managed to get
I don't know.
29% win rate?
I didn't get
absolutely insane.
into it. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it. Honestly, it's probably the unit I hate the most.
I mean, I was pretty happy to see my lowest win rate is 55%. Like, that's pretty nuts. Obviously, I already knew that I'm really good at the game, like probably the best in the history of Legion. But my lowest win rate is 55%. How good is that? What a
My lowest win rate, well, 0% doesn't count, right?
No, I ignored your 0%.
Well, this was one game. I only had one game.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, Gatling gun. Yeah, it's fine.
But Bonny, you've been missing for a little while. Like, we haven't had your beautiful face around the Legion scene for some weeks now. So
yeah,
are you back?
had a holiday
or is
break.
Is this just like a one-off appearance for Nova Cup? Or are you back now?
I just had a holiday break and now I'm back.
Oh, chat, he's
I'm back for the business.
Oh, he's back. He's back, guys.
Back with the bad gameplay. I'm ready.
Amazing. Well, that's really, really
Do you actually want to move my camera a little bit? I don't know.
I did.
Because my face is
yeah. But you're seeing 5 minutes delay, but it's all
because I was only like watching half my beautiful face, so I don't know.
Yeah. All right, we should decide who we want to cast. Is the bracket available?
It is now. We have 2 teams with a bye, which is the top 2 teams, obviously.
Yep. And you were thinking we probably go for something like the No Greed Balls feed game?
Well, I would enjoy that because they're showing some weird gameplay usually.
Yeah.
Well, weird in my eyes.
And they play against Belaregna. I'm not sure who they are, but
honestly, I've never. It's Karak and Schliffe.
Okay.
I've never seen those guys. It might be the 3 weeks I didn't play. But
How
I've
do I spell
never
those?
ever seen those in the letter.
I'm just letting
Honestly,
the guys know that we're going to cast the Caesar game,
yeah,
and we can see if that lobby is open and ready to go.
if I look at the bracket, from the bottom 5 teams, I know like 2 people.
Oh, there's so many brackets open, dude. How do we find the right one?
Should I send you?
Yeah, are you in the bracket already? You're in the right lobby already.
Oh, the lobby. Oh, no. I didn't have
No
that.
style, no style. Here we go. I'm in the lobby.
Wow, how to find that? No style. Why don't I see it?
I can invite you to.
Oh, you have to scroll. Holy moly.
Yeah, there's so many lobbies open right now.
I thought it's like, okay, it's not too many.
You're
But
offline in
apparently.
Steam, so you're going to have to find it yourself.
Yeah, I got it.
But they're still waiting for their opponents as well, so we can have a little bit of a preamble before the game gets underway. So these guys, no style, no balls, they have a very, let's call it unique, for want of a better word, a unique play style on the ladder.
Yes,
Like
they do.
always play Fiesta on one of them. I think they rotate who the Fiesta player is. And they just giga starve for the entire game.
But the good thing, at least in Division 1, is that they will have to swap their Mastermind option, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's a little bit of a force to them, which they are not familiar with in their ranked gameplay.
Yeah. So that's going to be great. But to be fair, they can just swap, right? Because it's best
of
that's
3,
true,
obviously.
So they can do Fiesta on one player, win the game, Fiesta on the other player, win the game. Ideally, that's their game plan.
But I haven't played so long, but do they actually always play Fiesta on the same guy in ranked? I don't remember anymore.
I think it's normally one, like, say, 90% of the games is on one of them. I don't know which one.
Oh, okay.
But they do mix it up, so they do both play it occasionally. But yeah, they have a very extreme game style, where one of them will just insanely starve their opponent while playing Fiesta. As in, like, they'll just go king up on 1 into Ghost Knight on 8 every game, kind of thing.
Ghost Knight on 8, that has been a meta, I don't know when, Season 2, Season 3, and I hated it. But it was actually...
It's strong, but it's really annoying to be on the other side of that,
right?
It's
so annoying. You're like, oh, I have Aquas, don't you worry.
Yeah.
And then there's the Ghost Knight. Love it.
Yeah, Karag and Schliff, I'm not really sure what their playstyle is, but I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, can we watch their profiles? No.
I think you can, but you have to use like the...
Yeah, you have to type it. I'm just trying it. So let me look for Karak. He is... What is he doing? Oh, he's playing Greed. Well,
okay,
that's
pretty standard.
Good for the normal stuff.
Oh,
wow. He does have a very interesting positioning, honestly. They both do. Ooh. Okay, I'm looking forward to this.
Anyway.
Their splitting technique is interesting.
Interesting. Okay, well, we don't need to guess anymore because, ladies and gentlemen of Twitch chat, we are about to get you into game number 1 of the August Nova Cup. Let's go!
Alright. Well, you called it, right? We have Fiesta already on no balls with
very nice.
Cartel being the second pick. Yeah, I like this.
We have
they're really going
Karag and Cash Out on Schliff.
Yeah, they're really going for their usual playstyle. But the honest opinion from me is that Cash Out is actually a pretty good answer to this. Like, either you play Cash Out or maybe even Cartel yourself, and it should be a quite decent answer to counter this long early game.
I think the Cash Out is really good if you're getting a send in like the first 5 waves. But if he legit goes like king up 1 into something on 7 or 8, the Cash Out kind of loses steam by then, right? Also, worth pointing out, No Balls gets the consort, which is just amazing for a Fiesta opener.
Don't they usually like send one's big 4 and then go 8? I haven't played them so long.
I don't know. It kind of depends what mood they're in, I think. Like, last time I played against these guys, the Fiesta player had Pixies, which obviously means it's just an impossible game. And I'm pretty sure they just skipped every wave and then sent like 500 on 10 or something.
And you look at this, lane number 4. What the hell is this opener?
That is an
This is surprising.
interesting opener. I think it might hold.
We have
also,
double snail
really
into
like this
Fiesta.
play, by the way, the double snails I think is
Yeah,
very
it's
good
amazing.
because
Yeah.
like no style no balls are always playing Fiesta. You don't know which one, but if you snail them both, then you're going to get a big leak on one of them, right?
Yeah, I really love the idea as well. Like, you know out of experience that they're playing this Fiesta playstyle.
Yeah.
You just get a long round yourself. And with a greedy opener from Teal, you might actually be able to, punish them back.
Well, the Tempest,
Undercut them maybe even.
The Tempest
Would be
does
really nice
leak
to see.
a no send. Only 2 creeps. But that would have been a pretty good Fiesta build. I'll need to remember this next time I play Kiwi Tempest Fiesta.
Quite sure he can hold this if he's splitting it, but I'm not 100% certain.
But now Schliff needs to try and find a way to hold wave 2, which is not guaranteed.
Will we see a 60 cent here? 6 workers on no balls?
Yeah, this is definitely a 60 cent.
Oh, it is? Oh, awesome.
But no balls will leak really hard to the resend as well. The problem is,
that's true.
Karag hold? Oh,
well,
that's
I mean,
interesting.
He is having the perfect unit for it, right? Bone Warriors are still one of the best answers for like slow early games. You just have this heal, which is insane. If your send isn't too insane.
Oh, okay. Let's see this split now. This is important. Fire Archer tanks DT +3. I think that's perfect.
Dude, that's beautiful positioning.
Aggro. If he kills the DT, he should be golden.
It's even gonna live.
Can kill.
Oh, beautiful! Look at this.
Karag just smurfing on these guys. Unfortunately, Schliff is going for a bit of a leak there, but no balls. 107% to the 40 resend there.
It's really good. I think it's really good play up until now from Karag and Schliffe.
Yeah.
They're doing really good.
Karag able to fully cover his mate in the mid, and no style, he can't say the same. There will be more king damage on wave 2.
Oh, and look at this brood! They're really going for them for those early game destructions.
Yeah.
So I feel a little bit like their strategy is gonna be destroy them in the early game and don't let them like snowball with their playstyle. Yeah. At least it looks like this for now. So I would even be interested if they were forcing the leak on themselves on wave 1 with the Tempest PB.
And Karag's just going to smurf this, right? So he's getting a resend here from No Style. It should be an easy hold for him. Schliff will hold this time around. No Balls will not, even though it's only 2 snails. But he has fully boosted, though.
He did, yeah. But is this going to save him? Probably not. So they're going to leak quite a bit.
I think he still leaks decently. And this
look at this consort just dying.
Snail, actually.
Oh, this is beautiful.
I
don't know what up at the Brood, though.
From the Zeus.
Like, is Brood the right scent here? I'm not quite sure. Maybe like Lizard DT is just better in terms of income and lead.
Maybe?
But the Brood definitely gonna deal an insane amount of king damage.
Yeah. Like, Brood wave 3 is just wailing on the king.
Yeah. Like, imagine now just go for a 7 cent on no styles, no balls, and this is GG. Quite sure.
Wow, down to 60% already. Karag and Schliff taking no prisoners here. Game number 1. These guys flying.
No, definitely not there. It's actually very well played so far.
Yeah.
They really adapt to the playstyle of the opponents and just perform so well with it.
Worth saying though, No Balls is putting the squeeze onto Schliff, so he has 100 Mythium already.
Yeah.
He's not going here. Wonder when he wants to go. Maybe he just goes straight 6? Because Schliff is 100% pierce damage so far.
Well, 5 looks really good for him as well, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad units. You have the Tempest, which could be good in terms of defending with their armor type, but they're just too far in the back line. All the other units will get aggroed first.
Wow. Noble's just getting hard punished here by Karag. I mean, sure, he's Fiesta. Like, he doesn't mind the leak as much, but 90% hurts.
It does. And look at the double Zeus, right? You're protecting yourself for 5 and 6, but 7, 8 is looking really dangerous for no style, no balls.
Karag, though, his income is just flying at the moment. No balls. He has to sell if he wants the Orchid. I think that's definitely worth. He does. Okay, that's good. He probably should boost it as well, because the boss is already going left.
Yeah, actually, Orchid, every time I played it the last times. I always felt like it's underperforming on 5 a little bit, at least if you know how strong it was earlier.
Well, it
So
has
there
kind
was a
of
lot of
bad damage
yeah,
thresholds, right? Like it three
yeah,
shots the
exactly.
small creeps. But if you have
No, I
any
think it's
kind
two-shotting the
of
small.
it three
Oh,
shots them,
really?
unless you have
Oh,
any other kind of
wow.
damage. So like with the buzz here, it two shots them.
Okay. Oh, and there's this incoming. Wave 6.
Mimic on 6. That's pretty rude.
Yeah, is it? The thing is,
Well,
Karak is
hint.
likely to hold, right? He's looking quite decent with a Bone Crusher and the Fire Archers. He does have
Karak's
the
value
healing.
is just going to be off the charts.
Yeah. And look at this, some nice reds. So his
Yeah.
value, just insane.
Could he not get the coiler instead of the rats? I think he could, right?
130. No, not just. He would have to sell some. Right, it's 130 plus 30, so it's 160 that he did build.
Yeah, I did this one as well, but yeah, he must have been a few gold short. 200 send against Schliff.
Well, let's be honest, that will it matter? Look at his perfect mimic splitting. It could be better for him. The coiler just being alone, killing half the wave at least.
Wow, he's gonna kill every Rocco.
So
maybe?
good. It's so beautiful.
Oh, one more attack would have killed that Rocco.
But
This is definitely not worth, right? Like Schliff leads.
No,
sure,
not at all.
But they're not even going to get king damage from this, or maybe a little bit.
I wonder how the percentages will turn out after this wave, because this is at least 70. I would guess for Karak. They're so big now. Just the value he's having, the worker lead now. He's saving up on quite some
This was their big play. They get 11% king damage.
Yeah.
And now we have
definitely
Karak on 10 workers. Everybody 8 lagging behind on 8.
Oh my god. And look at his 8s, and it's just beautiful. It's countering red so hard. He does not have a single unit that is good for 8.
Yeah.
It's going to be really good.
We have a boar here from No Style on 7. I mean, No Style is just mega overbuilt. Look, he's plus 130. Yep. Obviously, he needs to cover his Fiesta teammate, but that seems a bit excessive to me.
He is overvalued, but look at his 8. He does have nothing for it. Yeah. Like, how is he going to protect there? And there's a big send, well, a mole probably coming, I would guess. Or
mole could be so decent from Schliff, yeah. But I think No Style is just going to hold wave 8 with value, right? Like,
yeah, probably. But will his mate with a 200 cent?
100% could be pretty scary.
Yeah.
Only income though from Karak. Only income. But he does now have 12 workers. I actually think the income play is fine. Like, he can just continue snowballing this game.
100% agreed. I think the income play in this spot of the game, where you just lead hard in worker, where you have decent value, where you have a very good amount of income, I think it's fine to do so and just take the scaling.
I mean, No Style has a really good late game role. He has the Boar, the Disciple, the Zeus. It's a very strong late game powerhouse role. But he's kind of starved. Like, he's only second in income in this lobby, and he's cartel, so he's losing that 35 income on wave 11.
And one thing about the late game role I miss a little bit on Karak is that I kind of miss the synergy in his role. Like, he does have a very good state of the game he's in, but somehow the synergy is not really there. There's a lot of magic damage that he can build up with Hades, but apart from that, it's going to be difficult
to match the... In fact, all 4 players still have their reroll. And look at this, 81% from Nobles to a full income set.
Oh, that's amazing.
I mean,
everything is just playing out perfectly for Karak and Schliffe.
These guys, I mean, we didn't know much about them coming into the tournament, but they're doing really well.
Yeah. Especially like the rating difference. I think it was like around 400 elo apart. Yep. And so far, they're really shining with their performance. We do have nobles once again saving. Do you see any weakness that no stars, no balls will be able to go for and punish and maybe come back?
I was going to say wave 10, but they both have coilers.
Yeah.
And wave 11 maybe, but there's LOD already showing.
But the thing is, wave 10 is still some option since there's not that many tanks shown yet from both of the players. So the Coilers will need some protection for it.
No Style, by the way, still playing heavily over value. He's plus 150 here.
And especially since he's playing Cartel, is it clever to play that passive because you will not be able to get this benefit from the aggressive income?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure, like, if I'm in No Style's head, he's just playing extra safe because he wants to cover his Fiesta teammates, and they probably know that they want to go for a long save, so he's just staying over value. But I mean, it's a balancing act, right? And I think he's maybe coming down a bit too heavily on the side of being too safe.
Yeah, I think so as well. But I'm really looking forward to see the late game, because you mentioned earlier, right? We have a very good late game rule on No Styles, and just now I saw that we actually have Magician in the game as well. So we will have Starcaller Magician Zeus, I assume, which is actually a lot of damage output.
This Mimic's End is great against nobles. He should leak pretty decently here.
And especially since it's walking in the split, it's gonna get some money here. Only 2 units, sadly.
Now, No Style obviously does hold. He's still got a few units alive, but not much. He may be able to kill the king. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I think
units
the Mimic's
just go
gonna get
straight
through
on his disciple.
Oh, that's some nice cash outs.
Farming some gold. Look at this. Plus 15.
Juicy.
15 gold there for Karag.
Yeah, that's fine. Plus some king damage, right? Oh, I don't know about this one. Like, at least the witch here seems very, very weak. We have Karak being on very good value. He's gonna get a relatively small send.
Now, No Style and Nobles, they do at least get good value from the DR, but we see Karag and Schliff taking the same. Actually, a Magician on Schliff. I was sure that he would take the DR there.
For sure. Yeah. But same for No Styles, right? I would have thought he's gonna take Magician over Dark Ritual.
Now we have some king upgrades. They're trying to max their regen to get back that DR lost.
That's HP. A very interesting play, because I would have definitely not done the regen full on Karag and Schliffe, but rather get some like attacks.
Yeah,
if you expect a big
because
send.
They know they're getting a big send here. Right?
Yeah. So like 1 or 2 heals will already help you out to regain some, and then get some attacks or AoEs.
I have to say, this Siege Ram is just amazing in Schliff's lane. Like, he just never kills it, right?
But let's be honest, look at the values, right? You have plus 65, plus 60. They probably were confident enough to hold here. But you are right, the Ram is a big problem, and together with the Hermit, it's just a very insane send.
But meanwhile, though, Karag smurfing once again.
Yes.
Look at this, he even gets another summon. Oh, that's so big.
Beautiful. And it's even gonna live. The one dragon's gonna live.
Absolutely perfect. Great. So they're not even gonna take that much damage here.
No. Plus they have full heal, so they will be back
on
the same amount. No, we can now experience every player on around the same worker besides Teal. So he's fallen a little bit back in worker, but he does have the most value at the same time. So I'm wondering if he's gonna push up some now after income. Oh, he does. Okay, perfect. Gonna get the worker deficit he had.
Now, 3 of the 4 players still have their reroll available. I would like to see Schliff and Karag use their reroll, because Schliff has only Pierce units on the board still, and it's wave 12. Like, he obviously needs that Doomsday for 13. I don't think he can get it because he didn't shift. Karag, meanwhile, like, his build, he lacks tanks, right?
Yeah, he does. He does still have the option to go for some Varg and Caskets.
Yeah.
But apart from that, he's really not having a decent tank line.
Karag,
but honestly, the rule from Schliffe, you're right, he has to have a lot of Pierce, but overall, I think there is quite some synergy with it, right? You have the Banana Bank, the AoE of the Mask, the AoE of the Tempest, and the AoE of the Doomsday Machine. So if he's getting a nice synergy with 1 or 2 Doomsday Machines and then mixing up some masks into it, I think it could be a very good combo.
I've just noticed this, by the way. This casket is built half a square away from the Lord of Death, which means he's wasting a spot for his Magician Aura, which is a little bit sad, but it's not the end of the world.
Sad. I love the Magician on the Fire Archers, by the way. This is definitely a Xarku.
Fine. I think it's better than most people give it credit for. The Fire Archers do some pretty decent burst damage.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
And their mana pool is so low, 6 mana. The Magician Aura means that they pretty much have permanent fire arrows. Let me see if I can bring up the damage tracker. So these Fire Archers are pretty much... I mean, okay, they're doing less damage than the Alpha Male, but they cost 80 gold and the Alpha Male costs 285.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you don't need other units to be in this aura, I think it's totally fine to do it that way.
But it was just a panic, right? Like, they knew they were getting a massive send on 11, so they just had to be as strong as possible for wave 11.
That's true, obviously. I think a lot of people overgreed for aura spots, while sometimes it's just the best to use it for a wave to not die. It's like Divine Blessing. It's the perfect example, right? Sometimes you just want Divine Blessing for one wave,
100%.
where you need to survive.
100%. Now look at this, there's a big send coming on 14. Karag has double Iron Maiden, which is amazing this wave.
It is.
I wish that this one had Magician Aura, so it could get a couple more spells out, but it's still a very strong unit this wave.
We have a beautiful Doomsday Machine on the very left, so it didn't attack the Ghost Knight right away.
Perfect. And like you say, the synergy with all of the AoE and the Doomsday, just
it's very good.
killing off those low HP units, doing more AoE damage.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And on the other side, we have Karag doing decently, while No Balls is just leaking big.
No Style holds now, so he might have started to reach critical mass with those Boars, Doomsday.
Honestly, he's holding because of the send. Look at the send. It's like, where's the pack leader?
The send's not amazing, but the roll is very strong, and he is about to hit that power spike now that we're in the late game.
Yeah, and you're just saying it, the power spike, right? We had a strong appearance from Karag now, but slowly No Style is taking over. He does have decent value as well. He's still a little bit down in workers, but he does have the better roll by far.
And the shutdown here really hurts as well. So Karag was on fire. He still is on fire, but he gave away 50 gold last wave to No Style and No Balls, which is quite something. And actually, the game HP is really close. 18% on one side, 25% on the other.
Yeah, and look at this. We see a huge push on Schliffe. They know they have to end this on 16, right? They know this is their last chance, and it's a perfect call. Yeah. But we actually see the same on No Balls. They both know that they can't do a lot, right? No Balls and Schliffe, they both are not able to defend themselves.
That massively favors Team Karag and Schliffe.
It does, definitely.
If it's a double suicide, you've got No Balls suiciding into the player who is also suiciding.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think this heavily favors Team Karag and Schliffe. And Schliffe is continuing to push. So they know this.
They do. I really love the strategy they're both using. But you mentioned it, it's a hard favor for Karag and Schliffe. I just hope the next send is going to be a little bit better for them.
And No Balls actually holds with his suicide, but Schliffe does not. So I hope the send is good this time around. He has 400 Mythium. There will be Pyros from No Style.
Yeah, he definitely needs the full aura, I think. Maybe a 4A on top.
The Kraken, that is interesting. I think that's actually a really good send. He needs to get the mold as well to sit behind it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean,
well, if he's getting the molds, fine.
Kraken, then it just is so much less damage, right?
I don't know if the Pyros are not hitting the wave on top because of the boars. So I think the Kraken is mainly to reduce the burst damage from the Starcaller and the Zeus. I still think the Pyro is going to hit at least part of the wave same time.
And Karag just has the most value in the game there with 4,100. He's getting a 540 send, which is quite a lot smaller than No Style send.
Pyro's hitting half the wave only.
Right, let's see. This is important now. How quickly do these Pyros die? And the answer is...
Oh, but look at the Hades on the other side. Karag's Hades is just doing perfectly.
He just holds, right? He's just easy holding here.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
They should have this.
Karag, absolutely playing like a machine this game.
Yeah, stomping performance.
From the team, by the way. Like
Yeah.
Carrag and Schliff, these guys played this one just extremely well.
Honestly, since wave number 1 with double snail and the greedy workers by them, they knew their opponents, they probably studied them, I don't know, they just played perfectly against them. You can't say anything else.
It was really great. Yeah, I really like the double snail on one. If you think that one of your enemies is playing Fiesta, but you don't know which, just snail them both.
Yeah, and in a double recent on no balls, a double snail recent against this solo consort with a boss and a split, just wrecking him for plus 100%.
That was so good.
Insane.
No balls is just getting absolutely torn apart in this game.
Yeah.
Carrag just flies away with it.
Insane performance.
No balls puts insane pressure onto Schliff. So obviously Schliff has to stay low workers, high value throughout the game.
Yeah.
But Carrag covers him when he needs to cover him. He has the most workers, he has the most income. I just think they played this really well. And then the call from Carrag and Schliff for Schliff to suicide push into 16 was just perfect. Like, it was exactly what they needed to do, and they just executed it very, very well, I think.
Yeah, it was perfectly played. And one of the best things about all this is, if you look at Carrag's build, it's such a unique build you would usually not see in such a division play, right? You have like a very broad front line. He's using the whole lane. He's not having this classic one side split and the other side like strong side.
Yeah.
So I really love how he's playing, and he just performs so well with it. Like the clutch on wave 2 or wave 3 with a dragon turtle, just amazing.
Yeah. He held the dragon turtle on 2, covered for his teammates so they didn't take any king damage. He did the same on 3, he did the same on 6 where the big send came through. He covered on 11 as well. Like, Carrag just played this one.
He actually only leaked a little bit on 14, where he actually wasn't that great due to the magic damage he had. But yeah, Carrag played this one very, very perfect.
That was really nice. Very, very well played to those guys. I'm excited to see game number 2.
Same.
All right, let's see if they decide to mix things up a little bit. So the lobby is open. All right. I wonder if No Style No Balls decide to stick with the Fiesta game plan, or are they going to try something else out now? Like, that's going to be the interesting question, because their enemies definitely had that game plan figured out, right?
Yeah, I'm quite sure they know how their opponents play, and I would really like some mix-ups. But I don't know, maybe I would love some castle, honestly. Like, if you want to mix something like this up, you know there might be snails on one. What about a castle?
Castle would be good.
Or am I too greedy for it?
No, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like in tournament play, it's so sweaty, right? Like, everybody's going for those early game starves to put a ton of pressure on throughout the early stages of the game. And I think that can be quite difficult if you're playing castle. But it does give you a comeback mechanic, right? So you can potentially have a worse early game and still bounce back post 11 with that castle income. But I think it's quite risky, because if you just fall too far behind waves 1 to 10, the plus 45 income doesn't really matter, because your enemy's already going to be that much further ahead.
That's obviously true. The one thing I usually like the most about castle is that often you don't expect it, especially in tournament play. And if your opponents don't know you're going to play castle now, you can just play a little bit more aggressive and get this extra income you would usually lack in the early game just by pushing one worker within the first 5 waves additionally, and then get it back.
Yeah.
But obviously that's a lot of mind game play you will have to win there.
All right, well, not going to need to keep guessing for very much longer, because game number 2 is here now.
Okay, there's no change up.
Have the instant Fiesta pick. This time it's on No Style though, so they have swapped players at least.
That's true. Well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get the double snail out, right? Oh, and we have to swap on Carrag and Schliff as well. Greed and cash out. Swap on them.
Yeah, so it looks like both teams, well, Carrag and Schliff have to mix it up because of the Conquest format. So it's great obviously to see them swapping roles. They still think that Cash Out and Greed are the best mix, and No Style No Balls still think Fiesta and Cartel are the best mix. but we all know who won game number 1. No Style does have the consort again, by the way. A pretty solid Fiesta opener.
But there's also the opener with the Seedling, right? The Chloropixie. He does have Chloropixie and actually a lot of cheap units to play with it. But he also... Oh, okay. He's taking another option. There was a very nice AoE roll with Aquas, Flower, Trinity Archer, and APS as well for no balls as an option.
No Style going for Mecha Martyr play instead. But this just holds.
Against the snail as well.
I think he's expecting the snail.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
He's building expecting the snail, and maybe this still leaks? I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know. It looks like they know what they're doing. I mean, if there's some experts with Fiesta and Cartel, it's probably them. Or maybe Toycam.
Alright. I mean, I'm kind of interested to see how the double Nakamata does against the snail.
Oh, it looks like there actually is a small league, right? As you expected.
It looks kind of perfect.
Perfect.
Actually.
Wow.
33% of the snail, no style, just braining them there.
Yeah, and now they have this insane worker lead. +2 workers on them because Karak's still staying on 3. Probably going for the Violet now.
Oh, wow. Actually going for the Violet. Okay.
Honestly, I think this is a very tough decision to make. I think they both did build openers they know they can hold larger sends with, right? Flower is still good if you stay on low workers. For example, Schliffe, he's still staying on 4 workers, which I don't understand because he should know that he's not receiving the big stuff.
Yeah, I think we're maybe starting to see some of the inexperience coming through because we also have an Atom built.
Yeah.
1, he didn't need to build an Atom because he got a King up on 1, so he's never leaping wave 2. But 2, his Atom is behind the Flower. Like, you kind of want that to be split tanking. Right?
Yes, and you should have definitely pushed fireworkers if you know you're getting from a non-Fiesta player.
He does at least go 6 this.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's good.
But the thing is, we have the Violet on Karak, right? And I might be a little bit biased because I used to love Violet when it was actually strong. But isn't Violet insanely weak at the moment in the early game? Because you have Imps, you have a strong Hermit. Like, there's a lot of counters, even on wave 6 or 9 where it should be good. Violet is usually underperforming against such sins.
Yeah, it can. It can, and it can also leak really hard against double Dragon Turtle on 3, which no style could afford. But maybe the 1 Peewee is enough, I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Well, it might actually be... Can it be a Hermit plus Dragon Turtle on 4 against Karak? Is that possible?
It's close, but I think,
close.
No, I think he doesn't get enough. He only has 5 workers.
Oh, I think he does. Oh, he might just get enough. I think he does get it. So he could go Hermit Dragon Turtle, but he would have already done it.
He doesn't get it. He's like 10 minutes short.
He would have not. Yeah, true.
Alright, now here comes the send
how did
from
I say
Schliff. It's only 4 snails. No style. He only has 3 stack Mecha Martyrs. So he's missing that magic 5 stack threshold on wave 4. Now, the consort obviously is amazing here, but 4 snails is pretty good tanks against his full pierce damage build.
But honestly, he would like to leak some, right? So he's still the Fiesta player, so he wouldn't be too disappointed if there's small leaks for him.
And it
so
looks like
far,
there
it looks
will
like
be a leak. It's not going to be massive.
Well, it's a 50% leak.
Yeah, it's decent.
A bit less maybe.
58% there. So Schliff, the
Not
income breaker.
Oh, and look at this. Here's the first row of imps. It's probably going to be an additional Dragon Turtle, I assume, or double snail.
I don't think Nobles can leak Schliff, though. So even if Karag leaks against these imps, which are obviously very good against Violet, his Flower teammate's just going to cover.
Yeah, especially the combination between nice single target damage from the atoms and the double Flower. He will definitely be able to hold here. He does have decent value. There's only an income send. Since Schliff is not going to have any issue here. Just the split is worrying me a bit.
Now, Karag, he's got a lot of Peewees. He has 5 Peewees on wave 5, which is Interesting. I mean,
Oh
they're
my
good
god,
tanks
look
against
at
the
this.
imps, so maybe it's just 5-head.
No imp yet touching the violet.
And now the violet's going down fast. He's
Yeah,
obviously
it
going
is.
to leak, but he still kills quite a few things. I think this is fine. And obviously,
It is,
Flower
it is.
teammate's going to cover 57% leak. That's actually less of a leak than No Style leaked against 4 snails wave 4. So I think this is a
And on
very
top of
fine
this,
trade.
most of this is gonna be a hold, and they now lead by 2 workers and Mythium. So I
It's a
think
full
overall
cover,
this
right?
was a win for them.
The Atom
Oh, it
Flower
actually is a
guy's
full
just
cover. Yeah.
easily covering.
Oh, now it's even another worker on top. It's now 3 workers lead. They have now the big send coming. Or, well, a rather big send coming.
But we have a hardened Mudman here from No Style.
Yeah, he knows
And
what's up.
No Balls. I mean, No Balls is on value, right? He's 35 under, and he has 35 gold if he wants to add more value. The thing is, the imps are very good against this, but very bad against the Green Devil. So it's going to kind of be a question of where they go.
I'm just a little sad that Schliff was not going for the double brood. I think a double brood would have done so good here
Yeah,
against the cat and the mudman. But he did one thing come
brood and
from the
some
one snail.
No Star with his hardened Mudman. Is it going to be enough to hold?
Oh,
Let's
is
just
this
check in
Atom
on
gonna
No
live?
Balls.
Ooh,
Oh, the
that
Smurf
him?
Atom. Oh, it
Oh,
crit!
it
That crit!
doesn't.
The Rocco crit.
Damn.
It doesn't matter. He's just easy holding. If we go back over to No Style, he is leaking, but only 46%. I think that's a pretty decent Fiesta.
Yeah, I think now both teams showed very good holds
This is another
against
full cover.
good sense. Yeah, it's pretty good now. Even on workers, everyone around even in income. Sorry, in value. I love it's so even the game at the moment.
I don't know about the snail resends here from Schliff though. I mean, No Style is just very strong here, even with the D-Hard and Mudman. Like the 7-stack Neko is just so good here. I think unless you're sending brutes, it's just feed.
Well, first of all, this and they're still getting saved.
Yeah.
So we will have quite some trouble with longer ways.
Yeah. And the wave 8 send is looking pretty solid against Schliff. Harag has some options, but he's definitely not amazing there either.
Well, he did already go for the first veteran, so he might go for the coiler and try to get those 2 shots out if he somewhat gets rid of the hermit or mole, whatever comes his way.
But yeah, look at
But
this
one-
double snail's just easy hold from No Style. He only pushes 1 worker off it though.
Yeah, I think he's not playing that much for the Fiesta at the moment,
Yeah, I
like
don't
they
think
did last
so
game.
either. I think like you can stand to be a little bit more aggressive when you're playing Fiesta.
I mean, we had so far 3 leaks. I mean, 3 leaks is fine. They all were below 60%. I think all of them were successful for them. But still, last game, they played a lot more for the Fiesta player and less
Yeah.
for the cartel player.
I mean, that was the other extreme, right? So last game, No
Yeah,
Balls was
obviously.
leaking like 90% every time he received a snail, which is maybe a bit too much. But No
Very-
Star was doing
very lazy.
the exact opposite. Kind of overbuilding a little.
Wow.
He did full shift this wave though, so he's going into wave 8 with 605 value.
Yeah, I think he wants to leak some more because they are not sending on wave 8. They're gonna
Yeah.
send on 9 or 10. And with a little more time, they will obviously gather more Mythium.
Would he not have just leaked the entire wave against the Dino though?
Definitely.
Oh, and No Balls is leaking 73% to an income send.
Yeah,
Does
they
it-
are. But the question that arises me now, or that comes to me now, is when are they gonna descend? Is it gonna be the 10 cent? Because I think
I
on
think they
10
go
they
10.
can do massive damage.
I think they go 10, yeah. That's a very No Style, No Balls play, I think.
I
This
mean,
is-
a nice juicy ram. Oh,
Oh,
okay. The undercut try.
I think the undercut is pretty good. Although
Yeah.
No Style does see it coming. We do have a hardened golem there. Which is obviously insane on wave 9.
But even with that, right, you do have the double brute. So I think there's a leak on no style at least, and no balls as well. Plus there's gonna be leaks on 10 with the dehardened golem. But they will obviously have to make sure that they don't die themselves on that wave 10. Because at the moment, Schliffe is not looking any good there.
Alright, let's see what happens here. They would like to get a decent chunk of gold here, because the send coming, I think it's on 10, but it might be later, is going to be
brute
massive.
snipe. No style going for the brute snipe on the golem side.
Even on this side as well, this brute is
pretty powerful for him. Oh, that's some easy holds and no balls, honestly.
Yeah,
didn't think it's going to be that good.
Well, I mean, he only received an 80 cent, right? And here comes the siege ram, wave 10.
Yeah.
Dirty stuff. And look at this, just a pro leak there. 42%, 5 creep leak from no style. That's just perfect for his Fiesta.
That hurts so much.
And there's double siege rams coming out on wave 10 against Carrag and Schliff.
I mean, at least Carrag could go for double coiler, right? And might be lucky and kill the boss almost. Double coiler could do enough damage. I don't know.
The thing is, what the siege ram does is it tanks everything.
Yeah, but the coilers.
So that opens up the coilers.
Yeah.
So that means the boss can kill like one unit and then go straight onto the coilers and kill them both.
Yeah, well, that's true. Oh, interesting. An APS on that wave.
Yeah, I mean, what else can he build?
And an Aqua Spirit. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, Schliff is leaking everything.
Yeah, but they didn't use their rerolls. Like, I'm not happy with the situation. You have your reroll still available, and you know you suck hard on 10. Like, you should definitely use your reroll here.
They should be using their rerolls. They should also max that king attack.
Yeah, they will be able to do that, almost.
Right, no style will leak to the snails and the king up, but let's focus in on these siege rams.
And look at this, you had a double lizard on top of the ram, so the coiler getting distracted for such a long time, not being able to do shit.
Does he even kill the ram? One more shot from the Bonny. He does.
He got
That's huge. And Schliff actually kills his ram as well. So the leaks are massive, 74%, 82%. But the economic damage could actually be way worse. Like, if they leak the rams on 1 HP, this game is over.
True, true. But I actually think it's not as bad. They're gonna drop to like 45%, maybe 40 exactly. But if they just max up region now, they have the value so far. They have the better income due to the cartel. I think if they get full heals and then go for some late game plays, we do have the flowers and Schliff, which is
on all 4 players, by the way.
Oh. I mean, is there another option to do anything else? I don't know. Like Magician, nobody has a Magician play. Maybe no styles could go for Magician Disciples. But apart from that, do you want to use Titan?
When do they want to use though?
14 for Karak, maybe? And, well, I don't know. 15 for no style, no balls? They all didn't push, or maybe one worker.
No balls did not full shift his creditor here.
Yeah, no balls and Karak didn't push. No style and Schliff, I don't know, maybe one worker. Maybe they already had 11. But there wasn't a lot of pushing going on. They're all going for the creditors.
Yeah, but no balls did not full shift here. I think he only shifted like 80 gold. So he missed quite a lot of value there.
Is there any way to see that? No.
I just saw at the start of the wave he had 114 gold, so he probably had 77 before creditor.
Yeah.
The other thing is Nobles is cartel, right? So look at his income now. Yeah. He's 30 income behind all the other players in the game.
Well, it's actually interesting to see because it seems like they should go for a very long save, right? That the Mythium at the moment doesn't look like they can break on 13. It might be 14 while there's a Doomsday Machine waiting on Karak. Well, Schliffen not looking too amazing now, showing the gate.
Well, if they all have the balls to shift on 13 as well with their creditors, then they're going to have insane value on 14.
What did No Balls now shift for? He did shift fully,
I think
almost full.
He's just very strong this wave, and they weren't expecting a wave 12 send, so I think it's fine for him to just fully
So you
shift.
think that's just shifting value?
I think shifting is completely fine there, and he can just drop a full Hades if he wants. But no, he goes for the Arc, which is obviously very solid.
Will we see some hardens? That's the question.
Oh, we will see no Creditor shift from No Style, only 9
Oh,
gold.
look at this.
Partial
Very
from
nice.
Nobles. No, Nobles is actually full building.
Oh,
Schliff
wow.
is full
They
shifting,
both are.
and Karag is partially shifting. So
No
Style,
spalt, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, they're
full
living up
building.
to their names, right? No balls is
Ooh.
definitely correct.
Yeah, definitely. Usually I thought it's your playstyle, but
Very good, Bonny, very good. So this is a decent advantage now for Karag and Schliff because they've just got an extra 150 gold on their team than No Style and No Balls. But Schliff sucks on 14. I mean, he has got the Iron Maidens, actually, which might be his saving grace.
But let's be honest, the Zen coming to him is not too large, right? We already see a pack leader, we see a mole, but that's almost about it. There's going to be a hermit, I guess, on top.
Yeah, in fact,
but
both
the
Karag
Zen
and Schliff
overall
are going to
not
be
too big.
overvalue.
And she's going to be 2.9k, so you just named it, right? They're going to be insane value. They have the opportunity to hold there. I would love the casket on the APS, honestly. Like, it won't do a lot, probably, but
target
for
damage
this
is
wave...
almost 0.
Oh, come on. Use the spot, please.
The casket does no single target damage. Like, he's better to put his fire elemental there.
Yeah, but anything. Just use anything there.
His fire elemental definitely should be there. But Schliff is going to hold, I think, with his double caskets.
I think Karag is holding as well.
I didn't see the double Iron Maiden. It's actually very strong on 14, especially against...
Look at Karag. Doomsday Machine, double Betcher, double Iron Maiden. Like the gate actually being able to summon full.
Not even close. Easy hold.
Quite good. And then on the other side, we have leaks on both of them, don't we?
We do. Very small,
no style.
No balls.
No style's holding.
He is.
Ooh, but look at those sexy holds, and this is a small comeback, I think.
Let's look at the worker counts, though.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to say it.
Wow. But I guess...
You have now work lead.
If No Style and No Balls are not pushing anything here, that says to me that they want to go for some juicy overbuild and starve. But when is their send, then?
But like, where's the overbuild? Like, they're on value gamers now.
The game
There's no overbuild for 16. And on 16, you do have no chance for no balls to hold because, well, with what unit, no style not too amazing as well.
Maybe we need
I think they're just going to crush him.
Maybe we need to petition a name change, like they can be no chance and no balls instead.
Or, yeah. No chance is a good one. No chance and no clue, or, I don't know.
Alright. So Jules actually thinks this is a perfectly matched game. 50-50. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think so. I see Karag and Schliff way ahead right now. Because you do have the flowers, right? You do have this cover on 16 with the flowers. You do have the insane worker lead. We do see now, and we have two opponents that are not looking too amazing on 16.
And we do have a send here on 16, so let's see. No style, no balls. Will their overbuild and star play work? Or are they just dead here? Because even though no balls stayed on 10 workers,
they don't do king.
He's still undervalued.
They don't harden. Oh no.
Got 20 seconds to change his mind. Let's see if he hardens.
Well, even if they survive here, right, the Mythium is not too amazing.
Yeah,
it's gonna be more later.
Yes, 10 workers.
Exactly. Oh, there's still no hardens. Yeah. This might be GG.
There was a last second harden there from No Style, but only on one golem.
Alright, let's see.
I think the leaks are going to be pretty big.
Oh, they are. This might actually be game over.
And No Style is also leaking everything. I think this is game, dude.
Yeah, it is.
I think Karag and Schliff is just coming with a bit of an upset here. They were underrated against No Style and No Balls. The elo was pretty
You
heavily
mean
in
no clue and no chance, or
no clue
what
and
we're
no
talking
chance,
about?
exactly, yeah. And they thrashed them twice in a row.
Oh, but this is over. This is so close. It might just be
Oh,
a bare survival.
wow!
Oh, they are.
They actually survived that.
Ooh, let's not call them out.
But they're saving again, and there's a resend.
Oh. But there were no hardens, right? And we actually have no balls looking quite decent on this wave.
Well,
He's
no
undervalued.
Style did harden last.
Oh, didn't see that.
No
But there,
balls. No balls does harden. Okay.
had a double brood. I think they should have not gone for the panic sense, like the double brood, for example. Just go rather for a pack leader after income or a mole or whatever. I think the double
No
brood
balls
might not be
should
decent.
easily hold here, even though he's 530 under. His build is just
Yeah, I
perfect
really
on this
love it.
wave. All right, 240, 240. Let's see, because no style
honestly,
should leak this, even though he's got the most value.
Yeah, that's true. But honestly, Schliffe is just having big balls himself, going for another gate here, not expecting to send him 17 somehow.
Well, we do see the tanks at least all die in no balls lane. Down to 3 units. Actually, no style holding as well. Wow,
That's crazy.
I think I called this one a bit too early, dude.
No, wait for it. They're now going... Oh no, they don't go for after income stunts. But the percentage, Jules is still favoring them.
Yeah.
So will we now see the clutch holds?
Arak does need to send here.
Does he? Like... Is the send that smart here now after income? I don't know.
I think they should. I think no style, no balls die here against Ascend.
I just read the chat from Dark Quaker, and no push is also a good one.
10 workers on wave 18 is good, right?
It is.
But these sends now... I mean, this is 520, right?
I
think the last send was on
520.
14, but that's what 10 workers will do for you.
Yeah. I mean, by now it's like 20 workers, right? I don't know, 15.6. And this is a hold. This is an easy clutch, isn't it?
I don't know. The gates are doing what?
It's 3. It's still 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they die. On the other side, though, we will have a race.
Yeah, it is.
They won't be able to win that one, though.
Yeah, I think no balls win this one.
Yeah.
This is just too much damage. It reaches the king too quickly.
Gate diff.
Gate diff.
Oh,
5%.
Ooh. We called that one too early.
Robbed here. Absolutely robbed. No style, no balls, no push, no chance. For the opponents, they've won.
Big luck. Damn it. Honestly, I think the 520 cent you can hold. I'm pretty sure you can hold this.
Yeah, it's a tiny cent.
Like maybe a bigger tank in a split to get rid of the splash damage.
Yeah. Well, he also has LOD in his reroll, right? Could he not have done a Hades there?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Like, maybe if he...
and just see, he did use an MPS here. He was getting 250 into an MPS. I think that's an overkill.
250 into the MPS and 420 onto the gate. I'm pretty sure he could do a Hades there instead.
Yeah, definitely.
And maybe that would have been game winning.
I think they played it out very, very well once again.
I think they played very well as well.
Yeah. The 17 holds were insane. No style holding 17, that was surprising. Oh damn, now we have a series, right? We have a 1-1. We have a tie.
We have a 1-1. And I'm kind of surprised. Like, I was all for Karrigan Schliff just winning that game there on wave 16. And my brain still hasn't been able to quite catch up with the fact that they lost.
How bad castles are we? We're so biased.
I mean, this is just standard, right? This is just standard. Casters, they make the wrong calls. They're massively biased in favour of one team.
Yeah.
Very, very professional outfit.
Chat's gonna call us out already. I see it. Like in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They're gonna be.
All right. So it looks like Karag wants to cast this time around instead of play, which I don't blame him for, to be honest.
But honestly, they've been smurfing so far. Like, they played really well, so I don't know if we should actually play and show them how bad we are.
Alright, sorry for the brief interruption there. Yeah, Karag and Schliff played extremely well these two games. Like,
Yeah.
they're purple badges, they're probably a bit unfavoured, but it looked to me that they were well ahead in game number 2. Obviously, they giga stomped game 1, like they made it look easy. Game 2, I was pretty certain they would win, and obviously they were robbed just by RNG pathing and tick rate. But let's see what they can make happen in game number 3. I think this is probably anyone's game at this point.
Same. I can only agree to what you said. It has been super insane or super intense, the series so far. I'm really surprised how well they're doing.
Yeah.
And especially how they adapt to the playstyle of No Balls, No Style. And it's just matching perfectly. It's like a perfect match of tennis where they serve each other so well.
I gotta say, No Style's adaptation with the double Neko on wave 1, knowing that
that
he
was
would
beautiful.
get a snail, I think that was a good play as well.
Yeah. So do you think there's going to be double snail again or not?
I mean, it's worked so far.
Yeah, but for example, second game, you might not want such a small league.
But it all depends on the Fiesta player's opener, right? So it's very role dependent. No Style, No Balls, double greed this time around.
Ooh, holy moly. Hello. Ooh, let's go!
Scene. The people might want to see a castle game, yeah. Good call,
Yeah, that's what
Bonny.
I'm talking about. Yeah. Love it, especially on Karak. I think Karak can smurf the early game and go castle big.
Oh, and a lock-in. What does he lock in on Schliff?
Honeyflower.
Ah, Honeyflower, yes, it says in the left hand.
Yeah. Ooh, Daphne start. Didn't see that one in a long time, especially with that role. It's gonna be Daphne into Chain Fist.
Don't
or Steed.
It. I think No Style can be very weak on like wave 6 and 7. Like very weak.
I think No Style is either gonna hardcore snowball if he's surviving the early game till wave like 9 and then staying on value.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna be giga out because his role does not really feature a lot of tanks, and with gates, it usually comes to the point where you're either swimming on the wave, or if you're riding the wave or you're going under and drowning. I don't know.
Oh, they do double snail, by the way. I was going to say no.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, he's going to hunt them. I thought he added that because he wanted to hold the snail. I thought he was metagaming.
But I love the fact that they're going for some greedy opener.
Yeah.
In order to like maybe show them a Fiesta or a potential Fiesta.
Yeah, because Noble still has Fiesta open, right? Oh,
yeah.
But look, the snail's still alive. This is going to be a big leak.
It is.
Unless 50%. Okay,
that's
that
fine.
actually could have been much worse.
Good casters. And look at the workers, 5 and 5 and no balls. Even though he does have the rats, right? He stayed on 2 workers for a long time.
Yeah, but I think the double rat is worth more than 2 workers
in the early
at this stage of the game. He has 53 Mythium. Look at that. Lucy would like my son to cast, which is probably quite a good shout.
Penny Junior cast, like in the good old days.
There was a snail send into the flower here from No Style, but Schliffer, the Got Spieler, adding a full gargoyle here is going to be completely fine. Yeah, he should go 7 workers now, honestly. He should go 7 workers.
I don't think he will. I think they're a little bit too...
cautious?
Yeah, probably. That was the word I was looking for. Maybe anxious, even. 7 workers. You said it. He's doing it with
Schliffer,
lock-in.
he's a god gamer, dude. You can't underestimate Schliffer.
Yeah. I didn't check his profile. Maybe he is the lock-in Honeyflower pro we are all missing.
Yeah.
I mean, Honeyflower, we all know it, right? Very good early game unit. And with his positioning, the Garga, he knows
This
his
must have
business.
been their pocket strat, right? So he was just saving the lock-in Honeyflower for game number 3.
Maybe lock-in Honeyflower Castle is the way to win games these days.
Yeah. Right, there's a 60 send here, but with the Steed self-buffing, it's pretty tanky.
Yeah, the focus on them was perfect, right? Daphne tanking a lot of this, then Steed coming over and helping out. Yep. Really beautiful.
We do get a 44% on Nobles versus 2 Snails, which is pretty solid.
But look at the Mythium. No balls, 100 Mythium.
Yeah. He's just going for the Fiends, though.
Yeah, but isn't the Fiend great? I mean,
the Fiend is
full
the Fiend is
impact.
really good. Schliff
Double
with
Fiend,
138 gold. 133 gold, what can he add? He goes for the Zeus, which I think is okay. Like, obviously he has the Warg as well, which is better on the wave, but then his gold is a bit ugly off the back of it.
Honestly, I like the Zeus. Like, you need this burst to get rid of the Fiends, but obviously the rest of his build is still not amazing at all.
No, like, he's full impact damage, basically, against a Swift Wave and Swift tanks.
He's gonna get the Fiends, which is a lot of money already.
Yeah. And the Zeus should still be able to pick off, like, 1 or 2 more chickens before it dies.
But will this be a cover from Schliff? The fight.
I mean, I think with the insane single target damage from this Polywog, I think he's going to be able to win the 1v1 against the Fiend, but he's not covering anything, right? So they will still take quite some king damage here on wave 4.
Yeah. True that, but it's just giving them more time with the small worker lead they have, plus Brute Sense, we already see.
Look at this
on
brave
wave 5,
Polywog.
though. Ooh.
So brave. It's still a decent chunk of king damage. Look at this. They're down to 80%. 81%.
But
okay.
watch the next wave, right? We have 120 cent. We have 120 cent coming out from Schliff already. We have Kara going for a... Okay, only 80 cent. Look at this. Perfect
very
defense.
good here. He's on value. He has 2 Oathbreakers. I think there should be a hold for him.
Yeah,
and
getting the small send.
Has the Pilgrim, which is probably the best unit in the game on wave 5. So I think he's doing pretty well.
Yeah, but are the other units he does have that amazing? Like, only if the Pilgrim perfectly tanks, which he obviously does.
Which he does, yeah. I think
it's going to be a success.
Just be a hold. Like, the aggro's too perfect there.
Yeah, the aggro's actually
the Smurfbreaker does die
insane.
before he gets a heal off, actually. But still, I think even so, he's just got too much value, too many good units.
The red. Oh, just a second too late for the red as well, but it is just 2 holds, as you mentioned.
It's not even close. Like, he's still got the Pack Rat and the Pilgrim alive.
But look at this, we have 9 workers on both, no style and Schliffe. I really love the aggression going on in this game. Like, it's actually really aggressive. We do have longer saves plus the aggression coming. And at the same time, we still have the defense option of the castle on Karak. I really think there's a lot of varieties this game can end.
But Karak may be starting to fall behind a bit too much. He's on 6 workers, where Nobles is the second lowest with 8. And Nobles
but we have to mention
Pack Rats if he wanted to.
He got saved till 4 and now is still getting saved on.
Yeah.
So he's a little bit under pressure. Yeah. I could even imagine the next time it's going to be 8, showing all the impact damage on his lane.
He also leaked quite badly to the Ascend on 4, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to get starved after holding, but if you leak 75% and then immediately get starved for another 3 or 4 waves, it's really hard.
True that. And look at this clutch hold from no style. Oof. Or is it a hold?
The lizard? That is so perfect if he
does.
does. Wow.
Oh my god.
And Nobles has 160 Mythium, so he could go 7 if he wanted to, but I think you're right. I think he's going for like a Ghost Knight on 8.
Well, honestly, it's either Mimic here, which would already be very harmful, or it could be the 8 cent. I think both could work out really damn
He's
well.
going for the 8 then, right? Like, he's got 170 already. He's probably going to Pro League here against the double brute from Schliff. In fact, I'm almost certain he's League here on no balls. But it won't even be that bad. Like, he has 2 Nekamatas. As long as the Pilgrim doesn't immediately get run over, so it can get some value, I think he should do okay. And then I think that just secures his Ghost Knight on 8.
Actually, in fact, this is arming Karak so hard. The double brutes in here from Schliffel. I think just take the income and try to snowball would be a lot better for the team.
Maybe get
But
some
as I
king
said,
upgrades as well.
Could be the Ghost Knight after income. I think you won't get it within income, because therefore the league is just happening too fast.
20,
No?
20 misses.
Oh, it's actually going to be close.
So it's 20 seconds. Well, the Daphnes won't win this fight, right? So I think it's going to be
I
pretty
don't
slow.
think
Good for the
so.
king.
Yeah.
You need
Oh, it's going to be so
10
close.
seconds now. Can we get a countdown for the stream?
He's going to get it.
5, 4, 3,
3,
2,
2.
1. There's the Ghost Knight. Let's go.
Oh, shit. And now look at the worker disadvantage. They're now down
Karak does
7
have
workers.
Yeah, it's pretty massive. Double
Oh, the
Ghost
double
Knight.
Ghost Knight! Fuck!
Wow.
Oh no.
Even
We said it
no
pre-game,
striking
right?
out
We
in
mentioned the double Ghost Knight pre-game, that no buys, no balls. They love the double Ghost Knight on 8, and they're now going for it.
So Karak does have the Pocket Disciple, but it just is not going to be enough.
No,
He's just
not at
he
all.
might kill the Ghost Knight if he's lucky.
But they both know there's something coming like this, right?
Yeah.
There's a Seraphim for the damage. You do have the Proton here soaking most of the damage.
At least the Leviathan Tempest is pretty good at killing Ghost Knights. Like maybe the
Yeah,
best
but
unit in the game.
will they get a lot more than the Ghost Knights? First Canopy down, for
Ghost
example.
Knight is dead. On this side, killing a few units, but not
Yeah,
many.
but oh, it hurts. It just hurts.
92% on Schliff, 67% on Karag. They have no king upgrades. This is a lot of damage now. A lot of damage.
First of all, then we have the worker disadvantage, and last but not least, we have Castle and Karak, right? But look at the income disadvantage already between him and No Style. Like even the castle won't equal that out.
Absolutely massive.
Oh no. Did we curse them, Penny, last game?
Maybe. I just absolutely loved Schliff and Karag's play in game 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And this recent here, I don't love it.
No, not really.
Like, you've just given them so much gold on wave 8.
On paper it looks good, right? The units I saw last wave, it looks good, right? You had the triple Daphne on No Style.
Yeah.
You had all the pierce damage on No Balls, but I think the sends are just not large enough to massively break them, especially No Style. Hardcore overvalue. Having a gate.
That leader getting sniped.
Oh no.
It's
What a
just easy
pity.
holds. Easy holds.
Jules, give us the odds. What is this? Is this now over 70%? I think so,
I
right?
think it has to be, right? After these both players hold, I think it has to be over 70%.
Yeah.
73.
Boom. There it is.
I even think it's worse than that. I think it's like 90% for no style, no balls.
Well, let's have a look at the rolls, right? Is there any comeback chance? And I said it at the very beginning, No Style. If he is going to be ahead, he's gonna just snowball so hard with this roll. This is exactly what happens at the moment.
He's really hard ahead as well.
And we don't really have
gold
anything from
shutdown.
Karak or Schliffe, right? There's nothing they have in their rolls that is giving them an insane late game. There's actually no real tank on yellow. I don't know, there's no synergy for him.
I mean, Karag's castle power spike is about to kick in, but it just won't be enough. Like he's so far behind in workers.
They still both had a reroll, right? And we had this
They do have
same
rerolls.
last game. They're saving their rerolls till very, very late. I don't know if they should maybe mix this up and try to get them down a little bit earlier to get to know their final rolls and get to know when they have to do certain saves or sense.
Yeah, there is a leak here on Nobles, wave 10, but he's not on fire. So it doesn't really matter. No Star has a 50 gold bounty on his head, by the way. So that would be pretty nice if they could claim that bounty at some point.
Okay, we have a lone pick on blue. That's interesting, honestly.
Huh?
Because... Oh, now he pushed. Okay, never mind. He pushed. He pushed 3 records out of it. So now I see.
Nobles has
and look at the income. Yeah, and Karak now taking over the income play. The only thing is, well, they have only 29% king HP, so
yeah,
one big leak, which is definitely possible with the amount of Mythium we already see, and they're dead.
And Schliff and Karak, they actually go full king ups here on wave 11 as well. And that just means there's absolutely zero pressure on No Style and No Ball. So you see it here, both of them push really hard. They probably full push. And they can send whenever they want. I think it's going to be wave 13.
You think it's 13?
I think it's 13.
I thought it's 12. Last wave I thought it's 12. Now obviously we see the flowers on Schliffe.
If Schliff and Karag don't send those king ups on 11, then maybe No Style and No Balls feel threatened enough to send 12.
Yeah.
But with those king ups, there's no way. Like, there's Death Cap, there's Leviathan. Both units amazing on 12 and terrible.
What about 14? I don't know. I think Karak doesn't look too bad on 13. I mean, the send is going to be massive, obviously.
Yeah. He's got some answers for 13, but he's going to be getting like a 500 plus Mythium send.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
close to 600.
Pretty sure.
Okay, let's see. I mean, yellow doesn't stand a chance, right? There's gonna be a doomsday for him, a millennium for him, but no doomsday.
I don't see Schliff and Karag surviving this next wave. They're gonna require a bit of a miracle.
Oh,
and Noble's even pro leaking here with 3 pack rats hunted. Gonna have
so well played.
Much Mythium.
And now instead of 500 cent, it's gonna be a 600 cent. Double treasure hunt plus all the time. Oh, triple treasure hunt even. That's amazing.
He did give away a 25 gold shutdown, but that's just not going to make.
Yeah, you don't care about that.
Difference.
Oh, there's no income from Schliff and Karag. I think even 100 each would already do the difference. 100 each into king ups. But let's see. Actually, we have Karag not being too far undervalued. He's going to be minus 100. Having a very nice split with the ranged protons.
300 under for Schliff. They're not even doing king ups.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, I just thought the Mythium is the gold when I called the undervalue.
They're pretty similar.
Yeah. Okay, so what do we see here?
I think we see the end of the game. Like, they must have guessed the send was coming 14, or they just didn't think that income sending was a winning play. But
well, we have Karak placing down an LOD, so I hope he didn't. Yeah. But they did not invest in income. They did not invest in king here. They just saved still. So I don't really know what they thought, honestly. Maybe they were just hoping to survive this and win on 14. I can't really say.
Yeah, but the send is just way too massive.
Yeah, definitely.
No style, no balls, no chance. They're through to round number 2.
Well, honestly, we had an insane performance by Schliff and Karak, but no style, no balls fighting their way back in game 2, and now I think game 3 was actually just domination.
I think
they played this out so well.
Was maybe more what I expected to see from no style, no balls. They just really put the squeeze on their opponents. There's this big leak wave 4 against Karag. Then he just straight starves him into the Ghost Knight on 8. And the game just felt very one-sided this time around.
First of all, this, and on top of all this, unlucky that Karak was the castle player, right?
Yeah.
So he was the one already struggling in the early game due to no income. And well, he's getting starved till 4, then till 8,
Yeah.
both massive leagues. And from that time, there's just no coming back, even though the income was looking promising for him.
Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, very well played there to No Style and No Balls. I do have to say to everybody in Twitch chat, it is illegal to play like this on the ladder. So you will be banned. You go for these 10 wave saves every game on the ladder. It's very bad mannered. So
True.
just don't do it. Don't try and copy No Style No Balls because they're definitely no role models.
No. They're actually computer programs designed to identify possible bans.
Yeah, yeah. But congratulations to those guys. So they will go through to round number 2. However, I think we will mix it up and try and cast a different game for round number 2. So
they're actually going to face Blob Gang, which is Adamus and Offma. Which is funny because I'm 100% sure Adamus is going to be fucked up by this matchup as well. Getting starved all day.
Let me see what the bracket is looking like, and we can decide who our next cast is.
Bad Boys. Who's Bad Boys? Skills, Marlin. Well, I honestly think the second game, Just Don't Leak, which is Xcon and Shea against Quack Quack Boom, could be a good match. They're both very high-rated teams.
Yeah, that's a good call.
4 and 5, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think that's
Giga
a really
Tryhard.
That's probably the closest match there.
Yeah, I think that's a very good match to watch.
Yeah.
I think we should have a look at that.
We ping the players to let them know. So that's XGod versus Boone, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, that looks promising.
Cool. All right, let me see if that lobby is around.
I don't see it yet.
Currently not around. Okay, so they haven't made the lobby yet. And those guys. All right. So do you have any favorites for XGod Shay versus Quack Quack Boom?
It's so hard to say because I was really surprised about the performance from Exod and Shay in the last cup. Was
They
it
did
Shadow Cup or was it
really
Nova Cup? I can't remember
No,
anymore.
they won. They won the July Nova Cup.
Okay, yeah, then it was Nova Cup. So I was really surprised by their performance because I didn't think that it would be such a strong duo. So I honestly favor them because of their strong appearance I saw before.
Yeah.
I think they really played this one very well.
I think
And
I have to agree with you. I think I have to.
Boone, Dark Waker. No, I can't remember seeing them play together. So
I think
I
Boone
can't say.
is a very highly rated player, normally in the top 10. He has been camping there for a while he was on his holidays. But I think Dark Quack is a little bit lower rated. I'm not entirely sure what his elo is. So maybe XGod Shay just have the advantage there with two very high level players.
Isn't Dark Waker spamming a lot of redraw? No, reroll.
I think he does. Yeah, I think he is one of the few players who actually plays redraw.
Redraw, that's the name. Look at this, I can't even remember the names of the Mastermind options anymore.
Okay, so the lobby is open, Mr. Bonbon.
Alright, there it is.
Well, this is going pretty quickly. In fact, I might need a minute just to go and refill water because it's kind of hard to talk non-stop before. I'm gonna mute myself and I will be back in a minute. Bonnie, if you want a 1 minute break as well, that's entirely up to you. Or you can continue talking.
I'm gonna grab a water real quick as well. No, I'll be back in a minute.
Twitch chat, we will be back in 1 minute.
Alright, I'm back. Let's listen to Shay in the chat. Obviously, we'll get officially banned and called out in the Discord. We will hack your webcam and post a picture of you playing like this.
Alright, I am back.
Here, by the way, as well, if you can.
Yeah, very nice. We've got 2 casters. That's pretty impressive stuff. I've also somehow managed to fix my webcam for the first time in Nova Cup history. Like, you can actually see my face,
wow.
which might be a downgrade for the stream.
Yeah. I will have to now close my second monitor.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen of Twitch chat, here we are, round number 2, August Nova Cup. It is X-God and Shay versus Boone and Dark Quacker. Let's get it on.
Look at this. Look at the castle. I love it.
Castle and cash out for Boone.
Wow. And no YOLO from Boone. I'm a little bit disappointed.
We also have cash out on Shay and Greed for Mr. X-God.
Yeah. And on top of this, I think the Legion spell selection is very interesting to look at, right? We have Glacial Touch, which used to be very strong. I don't know in what state it is right now.
I think
it
it's
is
still strong. It's just no longer absolutely busted.
Okay.
Do you remember
And then we
on
have
release, Glacial Touch was 120 damage.
It was so fun.
It was just by far the strongest spell in the game. Like, it was worth 2 Legion spells, if not more.
I think it was the strongest spell that has ever existed at that point. It was
I
just insane.
actually really like this, by the way. So Boone with the Sakura opener. I think with cash out, specifically with cash out, Sakura is a really good opener because the cash out gold lets you get 4 workers on wave 1. So it's not really that slow anymore. It's you know, it's like the same speed opener as, say, a Nightmare, for example.
Yeah, agreed. And especially with the Mudman and the Millennium, he does have the chance to help himself out on 5 and then maybe just harden on 6 for the shift on 7. I think it could just happen that he's performing very well even on the weak waves he does have. Oh! And we do have some nice Forsaken builds on Dark Quaker, I just see.
Oh wow, yeah.
4 out of 6 units.
Pretty much full Forsaken. He's only missing the Gate Guard and the Gargoyle, right?
Yeah,
and he has a
I think
PoE,
we can.
which is basically a Gargoyle anyway.
I think you can drop the Gate Guard anyway, so PB just change for a Gargoyle. What else do we have? We have
his Aqua Honeyflower, so he's probably going 7 workers on 3.
I really love this role though. He does have a very nice mix between AoE with the flowers and the Aqua Spirit, plus single target damage and tanks. So I think he does have a very well-rounded role. Obviously, there's some upgrades to it. For example, a Millennium would really help out, or APS with a Millennium. But apart from that, the role already does look quite decent.
Alright, now here is something quite interesting going on, right? If Shay decides to go 7 workers, which he does not, he's playing it quite safe, but he might shift. And Boone, because he's cash out, he can get to a DT here. I think without the cash out, he wouldn't be able to afford it. So if Shay just fully shifts, no, never mind. Okay, I'm talking all of this stuff. I was going to say he can leak like half the wave versus a DT, but he just adds 50 gold.
Well, let's see if the DT is coming. It doesn't. Okay.
There is a snail against Xcod. Obviously, he's completely fine against that. So we don't expect to see any action here. Dark Quacker stayed 4 workers.
Well, I'm interested in Ixod and Shay, how they're going to play this out. Are they now focusing individually on their direct opponents, or are they going to go for some team sense, which Ixod really loves to do, especially in competitive?
Like they're just going for the individual scaling at the moment. So Xcod and Shay, they do have a bit of a worker lead. Not much. It's only 1 worker over Boone. But Boone's going to absolutely love this defend here from Xcod because he can't get 80, which I think might be the only thing that would break his Sakura.
Yeah, agreed. And the good thing about this is Boone does play cash out right, but he does have a very scaling role. He does have the Sakura, he does have the Millennium APS, so there's a lot of scaling potential for him.
That's going to be quite an interesting one, actually. Like, do you think that Boone maybe goes for a shift on 6? Because he's looking really strong on 6 with the Sakura, with the Devilfish. So he could go for a really big shift
he has to, right?
And get the Millennium on 7.
But he already did go for the Devilfish now, taking some Swift, some additional Swift tankiness. I'm pretty sure he does have to shift onto Wave 6. There's no other option. He will do somewhat decent on Wave 7 and 8.
Alright, now Dark Quacker doesn't have a split. And I think without a split, the Nightmare has a pretty big chance of just running it down here.
Yeah, true that.
So let's see. I think this lack of a single unit in the split might be pretty bad for him. Let's just focus on this Nightmare here. So it does.
It's doing good. It's doing good. It's perfect.
It's pretty good. You got a nice.
The Dino. As long as the Dino's hitting the.
But if the Dino
Butcher?
goes on the Nightmare now, goes on the Butcher.
Oh my god!
What a
perfect
spieler Dark Quacker is. He's just the master of passing tick rate and RNG.
Look at this. Castle for the late game Smurf, and now Smurfing himself in the early.
Juicy.
Oh my god.
Who needs a split when you can just get God Focus?
I still vote for a 3k badge Godspieler.
It's pretty.
And everybody above 3k and Dark Quaker will get this. Holy moly.
Alright, Boone, you gotta shift here. Boone is not shifting.
And look at this. Dark Quaker, even though he has Castle, he's on 8 workers. And Boone, he is a little bit low on workers, but his Sakura is ramping up, right? 5 stacks already. And there's gonna be the no Millennium next.
No, he didn't decide to shift. He added the Serpent, he added the Devilfish as well. I think that's a mistake, because I think he was so strong on 6 that he could afford to shift here. But now, like, he'll still have the Coiler, obviously, for 7, which is not terrible. Yes. I just don't think it's going to be enough.
No. Well, the way he played it out is definitely he's gonna not take the stack for 7, and he knows it. And he's very likely not gonna get the stack for 8 as well, because he doesn't really have a tank line.
Dark Quacker.
Oh, but look at this! Dark Quacker, 10 workers as castle player, right? He's a little bit over greedy now, because his mate is getting starved for quite some time, so he will be responsible for at least holding his own lane next. But apart from this, 10 workers scaling on castle is beautiful.
Oh, it's really nice, actually. Dark Quacker is playing this one pretty well. I'm quite surprised by Xcod's income send here. I think it's because he was just short of Mimic. Like, he was maybe 10 Mythium away from the Mimic, and then he would definitely have sent that. But instead of
another fact is,
or something, he just goes for it.
Yeah, but what are you sending? Brutes? Okay, but first of all, you only have squishy targets with the Sakura, with the Devilfish. The Brutes won't really help there. So the Brutes would be a send against the Deep Coiler. I think just going for the Dragon Turtles against all the magic damage is totally fine.
Yeah. And the Sakura's dying very quickly, so that's...
Oh, is it?
Oh, is it?
Well, it is gonna die, but it's taking a long time.
Yeah. Spoiler is going to be able to clean up. Ink is just doing very well. Shay,
Yeah, and on the other side, look at this.
8%, and X-God also not holding.
Beautiful. Well, we have to admit that Shay still does save on his Mythium.
Yeah.
So there's still some pressure going on against Darkquake, but I mean, he is having a lot of income already, plus the castle boost coming out soon. On 8 he does have the double veteran already. For 9 he does have the new buffed head chef once again, and head chef on 9 is actually still a monster. So there's a lot of good stuff going on.
It is. So Dark Quacker now, he gets his second nightmare. He does have 69 gold sunglasses. I wonder if he just full shift. Okay, he has a little bit. I think he needs to shift some to make sure he gets the head chef.
Yeah.
Looks like he does.
We will then likely see a double send coming out from X-God and Shay on 9, right? Because Shay already saving for some time, X-God having the workers to do a decent send as well. Well, there one problem appears, right? I think as Boone and Dark Quaker, you want to send on 10, because even though there's already Ranger on blue, you are seeing a very weak lane on 10, but I think they might just have to mirror for income.
They save. Okay, so Dark Quacker gets the head chef without sending, so he doesn't need to send. I think that's...
But minus 165, so quite a bit down, only having one good unit here.
But what is he going to do if he income sends? So income gets him another 30 or 36 gold, and he just builds a Peewee or 2 bone warriors or something.
You could go for some range split stuff, but you're right, obviously. I might still want to see a boost on the PB for a range split, honestly. Just this one extra second you might get from it might be very helpful in some cases.
Did not harden here, so he has 2 mudmen, both not hardened. He also could have added an antler, but sold it last second for another mudman, which he didn't harden, so that's a bit of an odd play, I think.
Outplayed by themselves.
Oh, Dark Quacker got wrecked here by the double imps.
Oh, the brute
is going to leak as well. He would have held there with a double harden.
Yeah,
like,
very likely.
Either way, because the leak is pretty massive mid, but I think he needed to harden.
Well, now the question is 10 still the best option to win this, or to win back the trade? And I think it is. You do have quite strong send. I don't know if a mole might have been good.
I don't like this send. I really don't like this send.
The double imp?
Yeah, I think it's very bad.
Same. You definitely need a mole here.
I think it's very bad. Because he also wants to send some kind of tanks, right, into the Daphnes.
Yeah.
But
I think maybe like snails and mole might have been, or dragon turtle mole. That's probably I would have done.
I think if the Azaria gets the chance to ignore the boss, it's just going to slaughter those imps. They're going to die in seconds.
Yeah. But there's one very crucial detail, which is if this trade goes somewhat in favor of Boone and Dark Quaker, like if they get some value back from this save now, or from this trade, they are highly favored because they have the scaling rolls, right? They have the workers that are equal. I think it does look okay for them. They're both leaking a little bit of a boss, so they're gonna get like 15-20% king damage. They have the castle now, which is gonna give Dark Quaker, who already has the highest income, even more.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
And look at this, is even more king damage. It's about 30% king damage.
I still don't like the send though. Those imps just evaporated under the Azaria. That was like 100 Mythium that lasted for about 2 seconds.
Okay, hear me out. The only thing I'm really unhappy about is that Boone is having so many tanks on the other side where his Sakura stands, because I fear it's just gonna die in seconds later.
I agree. So he should probably put at least a couple of modmen like here?
Yeah. Somewhere like here where you say, or maybe even here. I mean, he's gonna get some Doomsdays very likely on the APS later on.
Yeah.
But still, I would like to see some more tanks on his left side.
We've got a reverse LOD there for Dark Quacker. I'm not entirely sure why he didn't put that on the head chef aura.
One thing I want to mention here, which is very interesting, we have all players now taking their rerolls already, which was different to the last games we were spectating. But we have Dark Quaker keeping on his Nightmare while he already has 2 on the field and rerolling the Butcher. Very interesting, especially since he does not have the full aura yet with the Butcher head chef, but only has the head chef.
And that just makes it even more questionable why his Lord of Death is behind the head chef, right? Because he can never give it lifesteal now.
Well,
I guess he wants the Ocean Templar there.
Ocean Templar, yeah. I just don't understand. I think I would have not taken a Nightmare for much longer, especially if you have Varg. You
Yeah, like 2 is normally fine
maidens.
for doppelgangers, right?
Yeah.
Because then you just need tanks.
Well, we will see. I mean, he was surprising us already with his very aggressive castle playstyle.
Okay, I was about to say that Boone and Quacker are both shifting, but Boone once again adds his value. I don't think he can afford a full Doomsday. Oh wait!
But Boone is not full shifting. Yeah, he's not full shifting.
Boone, he had 80 gold for his creditor. He got scared. Got scared, Bonny. Oh no. He's missing. He misses out on 50 gold there.
That's quite unfortunate, to be honest. Well, I don't know. Would you have picked Creditor in this scenario? Because I'm actually unsure if you already have such a nice scaling like Dark Quaker has. You could even go for harder scaling with... Oh, I don't know the name of the spell anymore. What is the last Legion spell?
Battle Scars?
Battle Scars, that's it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I
like
think
you could go for
fact
hard
that
scaling.
Boone is not full shifting. Like, he only shifted 80 on 12, and he's only shifting 12 or 79 now. No, back to 12 again. He's only shifting 12 on 13, so I'm very confident that Creditor was not good value for Boone.
Oh, look at this. Share being the only one full shifting here. Everyone else building. And this might actually...
This is really big. Does it die? Does it die? Does it die? It does! Oh!
And that's the off-guard catch. We have Shay leaking hard. We have X-God leaking some creeps. What's the look on the... Oh, look at Boone. Oh, no.
Boone is leaking hard, but Quacker is smurfing.
Ah, the smurf again.
Shay, 83%. Boone, 87%.
God, Spieler.
50%. But Quacker...
Oh, is this lethal? Hey, waited. X-God Shay. No king ups, or almost no. 9 units leaked, and we have the smurf on Quacker. I think so as well.
Quacker has just smurfed this game.
Oh my god, the Godspieler himself.
So the lowest elo player in the game.
Damn.
Quacker. Absolutely hard carrying.
That castle smurf. Holy moly.
That was insane. Let me look at this graph. I don't want the win probability, I want the power score. So actually X-God Shay, they're ahead in power score pretty much all the way through the early game. And then the castle spike kicks in and the thing just flips. Let's just look at the build a little bit because Dark
he had such a beautiful castle roll, right? Because he had a strong early game with his roll, was able to use it perfectly after the Smurf hold on 5.
The hold on 5 was actually clutch. Like,
there's
a bit of luck involved in that, but all 3 of his units perfectly shared aggro on the wave, and he just holds the 100 send. Like, if he leaks 50% there, this whole game might go differently.
And then this wave 10. I think we both didn't think this is going to be a 30% king damage. That was
the
crazy.
leaks look so small, right?
Yeah.
Leaks look so small. 27%, 39%, and that's 32% damage on the king. What?
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how that happened. Really not.
I still think Boone's send was pretty bad, though.
True.
I've got to be honest. Like,
I still agree. I think
that just 5 DTs is better.
Yeah, this or mole maybe even, I don't know. But DT is just a very nice send against this, definitely.
But we've got Dark Quacker, most income in the game on wave 10, while playing Castle. And then on wave 11, he's just miles ahead of everybody.
Eddie, let's hope we didn't curse them as well. Right?
Yeah,
we said X-God and Shay, we favor them.
X-God and Shay, they've got this in the bag. They're going to absolutely stomp game 2 and 3. Boone and Quacker have no chance. We don't want to casters curse them.
Let's see. It was just such a nice performance from Cracker. Honestly,
yeah, he played really well.
This castle was gorgeous.
Yeah. So XCOM and Shay, they do need to reverse sweep now, and I'm absolutely loving the underdog stories on stream today. Like we had Kareg and Schliff look like they were gonna 2-0 against No Greed Balls Feed. Now, obviously, they were robbed, but it was pretty close to them winning the series. And now Boone and Quacker, again, the underdogs in this matchup, at least if you look on paper at their ELO ratings, they're the underdogs. And Dark Quacker just completely destroyed that game. Like, he had the most workers early, he had the most income, and he's playing Castle. Like, this just felt very, very well played from Quacker. He was really carrying there.
Now, is he now going for some good old redraw? Or what will we see from him now?
Oh, let's have a look.
Let's go for a YOLO redraw. That would be beautiful.
We have Greed on
cash
Quacker.
out.
We have Greed on Shay.
Greed. Oh, I really can't remember the names anymore. It's crazy. 3 weeks,
so
no Legion, and you're just... Holy shit.
Oh, washed up.
But there's a YOLO and the cash out I called before.
Nice Boone with the YOLO.
But the roll looks quite bad.
Okay, honestly, with this roll...
But you have Priestess, right?
I would probably re-roll on 1. I don't think the roll is terrible.
Really?
But because on wave 1 is the only time that you can get a tier 1. And if
but do you need a tier 1 with bucklers?
Well, if he hits Mask, though, his roll just goes from
true.
to insane.
From 0 to hero.
Exactly.
That's true. Mask here is... That would be an insane hit.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. He did reroll.
Did reroll? What does he get? Can we see? We can't see.
No, we can't see yet.
But
we can comment on the other rolls. We have Dark Quaker once again on a Forsaken Nightmare Butcher PV. Not too bad, especially with the Chain Fist.
Wow.
Oh! He does have the mask!
He got the mask! Oh, Boone, what a YOLO god! Priestess mask. And
let's
also
go!
Knowing that, like, obviously there's some luck involved, but knowing that you have to re-roll on 1 because it's the only time you can get a mask, like, there's some skill involved there.
And, well, I would like to focus a little bit on X-God's lane this time, being my favorite unit displayed at the very top center.
The 29% win rate Gatling gun. Shay has a nightmare, but he does not have a butcher to go with it.
No, not at all. And honestly, I think the role Shay has is, at least for my like, not too amazing. You could go for something like Omega Hardcore Green Devil with Pilgrims, and then he would have APS with the Pilgrims together, which is a nice damage source.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I do not really see a lot of potential. There's a lot of Swift armor in his role.
Yeah.
He does have problems with the range of Banana Bunk, Pilgrim, that is not synergizing too well with the one of Nightmare. I'm not the biggest fan of his role.
I think looking at it now, Boone and Quacker have the best roles by quite some margin, actually. But XCOD and Shay, they both still have their rerolls, and Boone obviously has used his already.
So one thing I wonder about is the reroll from Boone's Asaria.
I think it's fine. I think it's pretty rare that you build more than one Asaria anyway. Like, unless it goes very, very late game, you're never really building a second one before 15 at the earliest, right?
I just wanted to say 15 exactly, because we have Quacker obviously having Nightmare Butcher, so 15 is a very good choice against him. But we obviously do have the Steeds on top on Boone, right? You have Steeds together with the Priestess, or together with the Asaria, can unleash a lot of potential, since the ability now can stack multiple times. So there might be a huge heal come out.
It can stack on the Priestess?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it can stack on Priestess and Halo. It was introduced in the same patch.
I knew Halo could, I didn't know Priestess could.
No, it was same patch.
Amazing.
Unless they removed it.
Professional caster, by the way.
Yeah, don't worry. I don't even know the names of the Legion spells and Legions.
Shay does have the golden safety mole, which gives him at least a +10 in style points. Yeah.
I think so far there's nothing like intense happening in this game, besides maybe the fact that we have both Shay and Boone saving already up their Mythium. There will be some 5 cents, I would assume. At least against Shay, it just looks like a very good
Oh,
opportunity.
Boone, he did just get the imps, I think. I hope he got income for that.
Can you explain me, Penny, why Boone does have his mask half a square down behind his priestess?
I think this is actually the Drakir tech. So the normal positioning would be like here, right? So one square behind in column 2. But Drakir likes to build it like, I don't know why, I just know that it kind of works.
I don't know, I've seen Boone even place it 1 square down as well. So, I don't know, he just has a very special positioning with Mask Priestess, but well, it seems to be just perfect.
Darkbacker just aggro God with his Nightmare Butcher, apparently. Shay does weak 49% to Imp Snails, which is a pretty good result, honestly. Meanwhile,
It is,
God is
but it's going to be King damage.
Brute Snail.
It will be King damage with 2 Imps alive, which is going to be quite some decent numbers.
Yeah. Wow, those
Look
Imps
at
do
this.
so much damage!
It's insane. Wave 5 against the King is just always a threat.
There was 4 creeps there, and that's 15% damage.
With 2 upgrades, yeah, it's actually crazy. Now Jules already giving the 5% over to Dark, Quaker, and Boone.
I mean, they have the worker lead, they have the income lead.
Yeah. And obviously the style points lead.
Yeah, style points lead. Well, I think Shay gets that with his golden safety mole, if I'm honest.
Well, but the Omega reroll on Boone, isn't that styling?
That was very highly skilled, yeah. That's just intense skill based. He gets
look at this
angler down for wave 6, by the way.
But look at this, down 115 Boone, but dude, oh no, the cannoneer, it destroyed.
It is gonna die. Oh wow, and that's a pretty big leak now. 60% to an income send because the Azeria tanked the cannon.
But it's okay, right? He does not does have 10 workers. He does have the boosted mask, the mask on Tantrum on next wave, so he can be that aggressive. Maybe even going for some shift for the Azeria on 8, but I think now, since he pushed that aggressive, it might not be possible anymore.
He's going for a send. It's only 1 brute. Shay cannot afford a Green Devil, though, unless he sells one of his 6 gargoyles. Can you comment on the 6 gargoyles, by the way? Like, is it good to have 6 gargoyles on wave 7?
Not wave 7, but it's going to be very good on wave 15, so maybe he's already preparing for that.
Shay just 5-head already preparing for wave 15.
It's not calling wave 1, I'm gonna be bad on 15, and Shay like, okay, I got you.
Now let's see how this brute snail performs, because there's a lot of gargoyles.
So far, it looks perfectly like the gargoyles are just protecting the nightmare as they should. The split is still alive thanks to the heals. Right? Oh, look at this hold.
Getting sniped.
Another heal?
Getting sniped. He's dead.
Oh. Another heal on the nightmare, it might be a hold.
Does die before the heal by about 1 second there. And
now we can comment, those 6 gargoyles are definitely not good.
Alright, Shay 42% though, he's fine, and meanwhile he continues to save his Mythium. He has 180 of it already. I wonder if he goes here or not.
Well, either they're gonna mix things up going now, which would be decent against Boone as well, because his mask is now not on Tantrum. But at the same time, we have 9 being a good option against Boone. Again, as long as he doesn't get the Azeria, or even go 10 maybe. A long save on Dark Quaker against 10, maybe not standing a chance there then as well. And well, obviously Boone not being any good on 10 himself. So there's a lot of options, honestly.
He's starting to pump up his anglers with a couple of steeds on the board. I don't love the anglers.
Penny, wait a minute. Do you not trust me?
Of course I trust you, just not about anything that matters.
Asking for someone to test in a sandbox if Puta stacks. Wow.
I mean, you don't know what the mastermind icons are, dude. How can I possibly trust you with something so important? Shay has 250 Mythian. And he does send it on wave 9.
Okay.
So that's pack leader Imps going into Dark Quacker, who does get the head chef on the board. Yep. But the Imps are really good, obviously, against the head chef.
I really like the pack leader as well in this wave, honestly.
Yeah.
I think the set is very, very strong.
All right. Well, Kid K Pro is telling me that it's 1,000 or 10,000% that Priestess can stack with Steve. So obviously, I don't trust Bonny, but Kid K Pro, I'll take his word for it.
I mean, he got Pro in his name, so
Yeah.
hard not to trust him. Okay. Let's see. Is Boone just clutch holding this?
I
think he should, right?
Doing wonders there. I think yeah, that's a hold.
Yeah. Meanwhile, oh, beautiful. And then
Quacker, he's killed the imps, so they're all dead.
Oh, yeah, it's good for him as well.
The head chef is tanking pretty nicely. The nightmares do die both, but only quite late.
Okay, really I don't want to curse anything, but I think there's a high favor now on Boone and Quacker really showing up their skills in this game once again.
Yeah.
Because the performance just getting this long save down, Share now out of this game, leaking himself to a very small send. In fact, triple brute to a comparable small send.
So I don't want to jinx anything, but let me just remind the viewers at home that this is the tournament favourites that we're looking at. Xgod and Shay, they did win the whole tournament last month. They trounced King Dans and Willison for the victory there. And they're coming into this as the favourites to win again in August, but it looks like they're struggling. They lost game 1 against underdogs Boone and Quacker, and they're kind of behind in game 2 as well.
Well, will they be able to maintain their skill showing?
We do now have Shay whipping out the Chieftain Bonk, which he's decided to block build for some reason, so he won't be able to get maximum APS value. He's actually going to leak no send here on Shay. But so is Boone. Okay. Interesting. But Shay has only 10 workers.
Yeah, maybe Shay should apply for no push and
yes. All right, there is embargo. Okay, embargo picked up by Dark Quacker. I wonder if Boone does the same, or if he wants to go for like the glacial touch to try and hold on wave 12.
Well, one very important fact here I want to mention, especially for all the players that might not be too high in the ranking or just very new to the game, we do have a small favor or a small advantage on Boone and Quacker's side, because they know that Exile and Shade miss some King HP, so they would realize if they would take Savior, because the life bar would go up. While on the other side, since they have still 100% on their King, they would not reveal any information taking Savior here in this spot.
Alright, so we do have a Glacial Touch on Boone. He doesn't show it yet, though. I do expect him to show it on 12, however.
Now we see Shay going for the big boy Banana Bunk.
Yeah.
Very interesting play.
I mean, it's great on 11 and 12, right? But it's pretty weak on 13, which it looks like is when the next end is coming.
And he actually misplaced any of his units. Either the bazooka or the banana bunk. I can't really say which was the first.
Oh, look at this. The lifesteal on the Sea Dragon for infinite value there on Dark Quacker.
When we will see Sense, right? It's likely a 13 on X-God, might even be a 14 though.
Yeah, I mean, X-God will be able to get the Sovereign, I think, with the...
Yeah.
Like, it looks like he can't currently, but when he sends and the plus 80 gold from Embargo, I'm pretty sure he can afford the Sovereign.
But it's very important to mention, even though Shay looks good on 13 with the Halo and later on the Arc of Justice, he still is so low in value. Minus 470 already due to his long save that did not work out at all. So I think just sending now would reduce your risk to lose this game.
And they do. They send on 13. The other thing in Shay's build, by the way, so he's going to have the Halo, right? And presumably he gets the upgrade, he does. But doesn't really have any tanks for it. Like, he's got the one big...
You should build some more gargoyles, maybe.
Yeah, you could do with a couple more gargoyles. So he'll have 200 gold left. Okay. This is great.
Okay.
This is great.
Yeah.
So now he can get the big Halo. The Chieftain buff is going on the Azora, which is the perfect tank for Wave 13. Yeah. I think Shay's chances to hold here have just gone from very bad to okay.
Oh, and look at X-God. He does still have 70 gold over because he rerolled his tier 1 just now.
Oh,
what a pity.
And he's 3 gold off being able to like upgrade, which at least would let him spend his gold. But this Kraken into Boone is pretty solid. He at least kites it away from the Azaria. Is the Azaria surviving? She needs to. This is going to be huge. Does she heal? No, she doesn't. Oh,
so close.
No! Halving tick rate. RNG.
And look at this. The leagues are around equally strong now, but we obviously have Smurfer, Darkwrecker. Oh my god.
Is this man unstoppable? I think X-God and Shay... Do they even survive this?
I mean, they do not have King Ups, and it is Wave 13 once again, the wave they died last time.
Holy moly,
and they do again!
Dead. They're just dead! Quack, quack, boom! Make it through to the final of day 2. Insane, dude. The
what a performance! Oh, insane. But they played this so well, that Quaker just smurfing today.
Ah, wow. They were actually in the lead pretty much throughout the whole game this time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Boone showed all his skill going for the Azaria mask.
Yeah.
That was an insane play. He really popped off with it.
Yeah.
But Cracker once again.
A bit of skill. Boone YOLO rolling the Priestess mask.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
I mean,
and
then just twice on Quaker, right? Going for the Nightmare Butcher, which is still a very consistent early game role you can have. Just played out perfectly.
Yeah. And Dark Quacker, like he's just carrying, it seems, on this team. Like the team dynamic between Boone and Quacker seems to be Boone applying pressure and Quacker just... Yeah, he just played it extremely well. He had the biggest role in the end game, and he leaks on 13, but he leaks very, very slowly, very, very small. And the sends were enough to kill X-God and Shay. So the tournament favourites actually been upset here by Quack Quack Boom, who will make it through to day number 2.
True. And I'm just trying to find out whether there's still some matches ongoing.
Oh, let's have a look.
Might be interesting. We have Lucy and Drakir in their second match, so are Widdowson and King Duns, but I think they're both going to be towards the last waves.
Well, we can try and spectate Widdowson quickly just because they're on wave 13, which is a bit of an early wave. And get a little bit more content in before the end of the stream. But yeah, but first of all, massive congratulations to Boone and Dark Quacker there for a pretty exciting upset.
They played this very, very well. Oh! Do we see the final wave?
I haven't loaded
13.
In yet. Look, when we get there...
Oh, GG!
Oh, okay. I loaded in just in time to see the defeat screen. That's
Widdowson, King Duns taking the second games. Well, wave 13, the killer wave today, apparently.
So I assume that was the end of their series.
Yeah, they're now 2-0.
Okay.
I would jump into Drakia's game. Let me see. Oh, they're playing 2 Japanese players. I actually don't know them.
Otika and Ryuzaki 1229 So Otaka,
Yeah.
I think, has done some streaming of his own.
Oh, cool.
Obviously, it's Japanese, so I don't really understand his language, but it's nice to see some other languages streaming as well, other than just English, so that's pretty hype. And it looks like we're going to get some leaks. Let me just show the stream. We do have some visual bugs here with towers showing that are already dead, and it
Actually,
looks like a race,
think
right?
it is a race, yeah, but since we have no
So
holds.
Otika holds the longest, but they have quite a big King HP advantage on the left-hand side.
Draki and Lucy losing this
Gonna be
one.
close. Oh,
There's no shaman.
Close. Who wins? Who wins? Oh, I don't, who won?
Who is it? Who is it?
I think the Japanese team won against.
Yeah, they did. They did. It's a 1-1 now. It's a tie.
Wow.
Holy-
Well, that means we get one
Oh
more
my
game for the
God.
stream.
That was an intense one.
Wow. I'm pretty glad that we joined that one just when we did. So we joined just in time to see
wow.
a very clutch race win by Dryuzaki and Otaka. So this is a real day for upsets, Bonnie. We've had we've had the tournament favourites knocked out in round 2, and now we've got Drakir and Lucy, probably also very highly seeded in the tournament, losing to Dryuzaki and Otaka.
I think we have King and Widdowson obviously being ranked 1 due to their peak ratings. Then we have Draki and Lucy, which is ranked number 2, we just saw. And Hexod and Shay, they were just eliminated, were ranked 4 actually starting into the tournament.
Okay.
Getting kicked out by rank 5.
Alright, so that was game 2. I've got confirmation, so we will be able to cast the whole of game 3. So Twitch chat, you're very lucky. We're going to have a bit more.
Did you not trust me once again?
Why
I watched
would
their
ever
profiles.
trust you, Bonnie? Come on, man. We've been through this. Washed up streamer, gamer, and human.
Especially the human part.
Yeah. Unlike me, the polar opposite, I am, of course, the most consistent streamer in the whole of Legion. Just really putting out that content, like daily streaming on Pennywise.
Easy.
Alright. So one more game for the viewers. This should be an exciting one.
Well, now we sadly do not know what mastermind options are already eliminated on both sides. That would be interesting to know.
Right, let's pop into the game. I guess we're about to find out. So we can't know without checking profiles.
YOLO and
YOLO
Cartel.
Nice.
Juicy. And honestly, the YOLO role is something you can work with. It's maybe not perfect. You might want to have, like, instead of the Graal, a cheaper unit. But apart from that, I think you can work with it. There's, yeah, something for everything. Maybe lacking a little bit of magic damage.
Now, we've got Boone in the chat saying that it wasn't an upset. So obviously he's a god gamer, and he was always going to win that one.
We do have Bonecrusher start. Yeah, I think that's totally fine.
That's
What would you have started?
Roll, honestly. Ryuzaki has Tempest. Oh, he's got Sea Dragon Yozora, which is a fantastic opener.
And Tempest. Pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, he's going for the console.
Oh, but Lucy, very good opener as well, right? You do have the Atoms, you have Gargoyles, a very aggressive opener, especially with Cartel. You can push very aggressive. And one lane I should especially spectate is Drak here going for the gun gameplay. I mean, lucky he did hit one of the 3 openers he's gonna play. Gun, Asaria, and something else. Archer.
Dryuzaki, though, I don't like his opener here. I think it's pretty slow and also weaker than the Yozora Sea Dragon, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, if you just make the Yozora on 1, you go 5 workers, you make the Sea Dragon on 3, and I think that's a very, very strong opener.
Especially with this opener already just showing the weak waves he does have, right? He does have 3 as a weak wave, 7 and later on.
Yeah.
Maybe even 6. So he does show the weak waves right away, which is not the perfect thing to do.
They do go for Snail Set. But Drakir adds. Is he going to add 2 Bone Warriors? And is 1 Bone Warrior enough to hold a double Snail Send?
I think so. But are they actually favored by leagues now? Because we have Lucy still being Cartel, and Lucy is able to snowball hard with this build. There's a Gargle, there's atoms. It's just perfect for the early.
Right, so let's have a look at Drakir's lane. Does he leak this? The second snail is not tanking. Well, the second snail not tanking is actually so good for him.
Yeah.
So he leaks 1 creep instead of like
Pro
3 or 4.
league. That's such a perfect league for them.
Yeah.
Lucy 6 workers, look at this.
Wow.
Just being able to put a chain fist maybe into fist in the split. Easy.
And Dryazaki, because he went with this opener instead of the Azora, has had to stay 4 workers.
Yeah. And look at this, even though he does have 4 workers, he's still not looking too safe on the wave.
Yeah. Oh. Right, and we've got a double crusher for Otaka, which, I mean, sure, it's going to let him hold here, but it kind of falls off pretty hard as we get into the later stages of the game.
True that. I mean, we have to mention, right, Yellow is a 2K Elo player, in fact.
Yeah, he's a Ruby badge, yeah. So the fact that a Ruby badge, actually, can we just reiterate on this? Can everybody in the Twitch chat just take a moment to reflect that Drakir and FC Lucy lost a tournament game to a Ruby badge player? That is insane. Very well played.
And they say I'm washed.
Yeah. Very well played to the Japanese duo.
I mean, we said I don't know their playstyle by now, since we were not able to spectate the first 2 games.
Yeah.
But maybe they're pulling off some cheesy strategies, I don't know.
I think their playstyle is certainly leaning on the safer side, like Dryazaki 400 value here with consorts on wave 4.
He's playing very safe, that's true.
Saving a bit
They're
of
now
Mythium.
saving up with him.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say they're saving up their Mythium, going for bigger saves, so maybe they're going for team saves. What wave is this going to be? 6 or 7, I assume?
Looking at Lucy's build, I think I would go 7. I'd try and get like a Mimic on 7, just because...
Yeah, but now Drakia showing out the casket, so maybe you just want to go 6 instead against him at least. Wild Shroom and Curse Casket.
But he's going to have Canopy, right?
Well, yeah.
Canopy is just insane on 6. He's also on very high value.
He is. But there's going to be at least double Brood.
I think Lucy's
But
quite likely to just
you're right. The
hold
value
on
is
6,
just
like
just so high.
Yeah.
Oh,
Imps as well from Otaka into I mean, I really don't like the Imps end, I'm afraid.
No, not really.
Because you can already see the Wild Shroom and the Curse Casket, they're both arcane armor.
And look at this 183, it's just perfectly for the Canopy.
Now there's the Canopy. So Drakir is definitely holding here. And if we look at Lucy, she's 650 value. She does receive double Brute. But as well, Otaka could have just sent double Brute because he had 120 Mythium before income. And I'm pretty sure double Brute was better against like everything that you see on the board.
Agreed. But like this, I think Drake just holding, as mentioned. Maybe we see a small leak on Lucy. She does have the problem that she does have a lot of units that are ranged and not gonna tank in the first instance. But so far it looks very, very good for her.
I mean, she's going to do fine, right? Like the Disciple is just amazing for sniping out the Roccos. So
I mean,
at most she's going to leak one Brute.
Double Brute leak or one Brute?
I think she's going to kill one of them. Oh, maybe not.
No, she's not.
Okay. She was one spell away from killing the one, but the 2 friendly Brutes with their t-shirts and their sunflowers, they're walking down to mid, where Drakir easily cleans up.
But we see a nice little aggressive push from Otaka, which I really appreciate. He does not have the best role for Wave 7, especially if there's no battery coming with the cell of the
Yeah.
Grawl.
Ryuzaki
What's it
now
doing?
maybe starting to fall behind a little bit. Has the lowest income, has one less worker than everybody else.
There's no battery coming? Wow. That's a greedy one.
Yeah, but a good play in the end. There's no send.
Yep. Well, a good play only if he's holding.
He should hold
But
against no send.
I think
right?
the split bone crush is just performing
Yeah,
too well.
Murph Crusher. Yeah, it's an easy hold. But he probably would have leaked decently to a send.
But let's see now. We have Drake and Lucy going for the income, while we have the Japanese duo saving, which means there is room now for some
Ryuzaki,
nice aggressive
he can't
plays.
afford the Leviathan there, which I think he really needed.
Yeah, true that.
Going to leak here, and it might not even be that small.
Well, we have this. The Daphne, is it gonna survive? I think so.
Yeah, with the Bone Warrior there, the Daphne survives.
So this shouldn't. Oh, I can't say if this is a hold. I mean, it's only an income send, but there's a lot of bad units with a double crusher to Grawl.
Yeah. The Badger though, that's some HP.
Yeah.
And over here though, without the Leviathan, he was 13 gold away, and I think that 13
when I
gold
heal?
he's going to pay for that.
But look at this, it's not looking too bad. The split tanking on Tempest is quite okay, but they're as well split attacking the units.
Yeah, 50% for both lanes there.
No.
And that would definitely have been a hold, by the way. Like if Ryuzaki had 13 more gold, he makes the Leviathan, he definitely hold.
But look at this now, we have quite some large sends coming out. Maybe the double imp by Otika. Yeah, there it is.
And a mimic from Ryuzaki. I think the Mimic obviously very good against the Avenger. Lucy has 298 gold. What does she build? Oh, Lucy's actually going for another Disciple. Well, that's not great on wave 9.
Well, honestly, they're both not looking too amazing. Drake and Lucy, they're facing quite large sends.
The double
I think
imps,
especially at least for the value.
So the imps that were really bad on 6 are now pretty good on 9 because we do have Alpha Male and Lioness on Drakir. And obviously the wave itself is just better against the Canopy and the Casket, right?
Obviously. And now it's all about
Canopy
can this
really
Avenger on Lucy survive? Oh no, the Mimic is getting sniped!
Oh, that's pretty good for Lucy.
How bad. Well, now Lucy might be in a very good position, but Drake, look at him struggling.
Yeah, Drakir's going for a bit of a leak here.
Yeah,
kills one more
the Avenger just
leaks
smurfing.
68%. He doesn't even manage the 69 there, so that's a pretty poor showing from Drakir. Otika, meanwhile, does leak to the Brute Snail send. I think we call this one a win for Lucy and Drakir in terms of the trade on wave 9.
Pretty sure. I mean, this Mimic Snipe was just the little bit that helped out Lucy to maintain with the good focus.
Because that meant that her Avenger could survive, and that meant she was able to hold pretty comfortably. And she is overvalued here. Plus 20 value on.
Yes, the send was quite small against Lucy. Well, so we have Jules giving a 66% on Drake and on Lucy to win this one. But we have to mention that Lucy is going to be punished by the cartel soon.
That's true.
After wave 10. So the income is going to be quite low.
Here. I wonder if Ryuzaki and Otika go for a wave 11.
But what is Otika building? Okay, now there's a build. Well, a wave 11 send would be perfect against them, but we do have no 4-eye possible against Drakir, and I think if you do not get a 4-eye here, it might just be income.
Oh.
While against Lucy, it looks good, but Lucy's just on a lot of value.
Income from Drakir and Lucy. Let's see if Otika and Ryuzaki match or not. They do, but only on Otika, so Ryuzaki continues to save here. And they take the overwork.
Oh, okay. Well, we have Lucy not looking good on 12. Well, the value is okay-ish, but the units are not looking too amazing on 12, especially if there's a large send, which is gonna be the case. But at the same time, Ottika sending... Oh,
Well, Dryuzaki, okay, he goes for
he's
a
going
witch.
for the witch.
I thought he might go for 4 eyes after he went post income anyway. But the witch is not
Yeah.
bad. Not bad.
Well, I thought he's gonna go full 12,
We
and
do
they try
have
to, like, bait.
2 dark mages in Ottika's lane. With not really any units worth buffing. But one of them dies immediately, so fine.
I don't know, I don't like the full send with the Drake against Drakia.
Does his thing die? Or is it just perfectly off tanking? I think it's going
Well,
for the
me as
perfectly
the
off-tanking
pro
option.
gun player can tell you that it's gonna
Wow.
die.
It dies! But it doesn't matter.
Oh, and look, at the same time,
Lucy's holding too.
they're just leaking themselves.
Yeah.
While they take the aggressive option, getting
Yeah.
income king.
Well, at least they get a long way for their overwork. You've got to look on the positive side.
Yeah, but how much is this? Like a 140 cent, 160 maybe? That's not gonna be a lot.
And just look at the workers as well. Drakir and Lucy 15 and 16 versus 12 and 11. I think,
Yeah, and I think the percentages is just a 95 to 5% now. You have the value advantage, you have the worker advantage. I don't know what to do here. I think the only chance they have is like maybe a 15 clutch win, but therefore they would have to survive the sends before that,
yeah.
which is not gonna happen.
Yeah, they really don't look great on 14 or 15 themselves. They're also very undervalued. So Drakir shifts his 315 gold here. I assume he's just going to build a full Halo next.
Well, I really like the shift here, right? You do have a strong build already, you do have an Alpha Male, you have a Lioness, you do have the Gatling gun with Villain. So just shifting here a little bit, don't reveal all your value. I think it's a pretty good spot to do something like this.
Exactly. Alright, nobody sends on 13. So we do have the Sovereign upgrade.
Oh, wait, just see, it could have even been an egg, right? You could have just gone for an exec. Because we have
12?
Lucy having the Sovereign with GA covering 13. We have Drakia on Villain. So it might have been the egg bait on 13.
Yeah, I don't hate that, to be honest. Like he would leak then. Oh wow, there's post income 4 eyes from Ryuzaki and Ottika.
But will they change anything? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think this should be a pretty easy hold.
Like, especially the out of nowhere Arc of Justice. We have the Sovereign with GA, which is like a very strong combination.
I mean, obviously the Sovereign's going to die once, but I think it just comes back and easily clears the wave. And meanwhile, Drakir, I guess, leaks. He does have a 50 gold shutdown, but I mean, it's nowhere near enough, right?
What is 50 gold if you already look into the Mythium Bank on Drakir, seeing 400, Lucy as well?
It's a drop in the ocean, I'm afraid. It's just not going to be enough to save them here. Now, the sends are massive coming out from Drakir and Lucy. We've got full auras already from Drakir. He's going to have another 100 at least to join that. Lucy sends 400. She's going to have another 100 to go with it as well.
Yeah, just have a look at the values we have. It's just not going to be enough. Minus 300 on yellow. We have minus 240 on teal, and they only have 44% king with one single attack upgrade.
Yeah. Minus 345 on Dryuzaki. Minus 240 on Ottika. 500 sends each. I think this is going to be all she wrote, Bonny.
Yeah, I think it's sad, because obviously we are favoring the underdogs this stream.
Yeah.
While obviously we have to admit that Dark Quaker obviously not being an underdog, but the biggest God Spieler alive.
Yeah, I think we have to call him Smurfquacker. 99% on Ryuzaki. 101% on Ottica, which, by the way, I spent the whole first half of the game thinking it was an anagram of Tokyo, and then I realized that Tokyo has two O's and no A's.
I just saw in the chat that actually it's not Dry Yusaki and Dr. Yusaki, but I have no clue who this is, so...
I thought it was
Shame.
Ryuzaki, which is a character from Death Note.
Okay, I didn't watch a single anime, so shame on me. I have no clue who this could be.
But it looks like the underdogs, Drakir and Lucy, managed to win this game on wave 14. Yeah. So another underdog team making it through to day number 2.
It's just crazy, right? Underdogs today taking the wins left and right.
Yeah. Hey, we've had some pretty solid games on stream today, Mr. Bonbon.
We did have, I think,
solid games. I've got to say, this was a good decision for you to come back this month. August was a good time. We've had some nice games. We've had some pretty intense battles on stream.
Maybe I should vanish again till next Nova Cup.
Yeah. You have to play next time, right? Does Basti come back as well?
Well, I don't know if he will have time. I asked him to play this week or this month, but he didn't have time. So maybe next time.
Basti, my very
I need some cheers for the underdogs then, though.
Cheers to the underdogs. But I have to say, Bonbon, it's been an absolute pleasure for you to join me today. It's we've missed you
same
in the Legion community for a while, so it's pretty hyped that you're back. Will you be back on your own stream anytime soon?
Yeah, sure. I streamed this week already, and I think I'm gonna stream the next days again.
Oh, amazing. I missed you. When did you stream this week?
Tuesday, I think.
Okay, so you're gonna have to work around your stream schedule and try to get online when I'm home from work and not when I'm at work.
Yeah, just send me your timetable and
I'll send you my schedule. Yeah, we can work around.
Yeah,
we can work something out.
We'll do that.
But no, it's been amazing to have you back on the cast with me today, so thank you so much for that. And big congratulations to all of our winners today. And commiserations to the losers. I don't think anybody played badly on the cast today. I think we've had some pretty hype games. Seems like the series have been fairly close, to be honest, and it's just been a blast. So I hope the viewers have enjoyed it. I hope the players have enjoyed it. I hope that my beautiful co-caster has enjoyed himself as well.
I definitely did. Always a pleasure to cast with you. And obviously, great games.
Great games. And I think that is about enough, all that we have time for today on the stream. But guys in chat, make sure you're back again, same time tomorrow, because we're going to have the semi-finals and then the grand finals of the August Nova Cup. So make sure you are here, same time tomorrow, because it's going to be hype. Bonny, any last words from you before we dip?
I have nothing more to add. Just turn the stream on tomorrow and enjoy the show.
Amazing. All right. Twitch chat. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.